All right, everybody. Oh, that's a problem.
Oh, aren't we always filled with problems?
They're all invisible.
We're all
no.
dead.
I promise you, chat, all the players are in fact here.
I'm
Debatable.
not.
Yeah,
Emotionally or
Term's not
physically?
here, actually.
I'm totally not.
Yeah.
What the hell, Fuki Tech?
Yeah,
Just igno-
term's not here, but we are all playing the part as Term.
They're doing. We're doing
mhm.
a great job voicing me. I actually have a very mimicable voice.
Yeah, I'm just
Well,
doing a very bad
because
job.
we're the same person, so.
Exactly. As long as Sky's here, that means that I'm here. It's just true.
And vice versa.
Exactly. We're never absent ever.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get the
You
players.
only need to
to
freak
appear.
out when both of us are gone.
Yeah.
Because then you know something happened.
Yeah, then shit went down.
Ooh, Fuki Tech might be busted.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh?
Oh no. The third-party resource isn't available at the time? Sounds like you need Artifactory.
I have never had as many issues
What are
with
you
Fugi
saying
Tech
right
as
now?
you do, PT.
I have them literally all the goddamn time.
Sorry, I'm a DevOps guy.
I'm just
What I
gonna.
gotta do.
Leaving and rejoining.
Hey, I fixed
Yeah.
it.
Hey!
That scared
That's
me.
usually 90% of the problem solving.
And
with
my
Fugi Tech.
my breakdown of Fugi Tech is go to their website. First, see if I'm logged into Fugi Tech, because sometimes it logs you out. Logged in. Step 2, try and change someone's code, essentially, to see if that makes it pop back up. Oh, that didn't work. Leave and rejoin.
Which step is crying?
I don't include crying in my steps. That's more of an ongoing process, culminated with the.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crying is
Okay.
somewhere. That's a reaction.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't code reactions
usually-
into my
I
troubleshooting guide.
schedule. Because I don't want to cry if I can fix it. So I have to put it at the end,
God, is that going to be our question for the day? Where in the planning process for your character is crying?
That's pretty good. No, that's
What's our question of the day, Rosie?
oh god. Okay, so you know how there are Halloween themed items that just that you can get during this time of year.
They're called
including
costumes.
cereal. No, I'm gonna ask
Cereals?
what Halloween themed cereal. Yeah.
Could
no,
you
no.
think of the word cereal?
God, are
No,
you serial
wait,
about
sorry,
this?
I'm really sorry. I can't ask this question because I have no idea what a Halloween theme.
Okay, so ask a different
There's
question.
only
Okay,
4 that you gotta think
instead
about.
of that, what is your character's favorite Halloween movie?
Okay, now, presumably, that Halloween doesn't exist in this
What?
universe, Lyra.
But does it exist in the
movies
Feywild?
existed, what would their favorite
Okay,
be?
also movies don't exist, or the Barbie movie. So
That's true.
just
Like the
if you had
Bold
to
of you
vibe
to
with
assume.
it.
Hey, the Barbie movie itself directly references different dimensions. Bold of you to assume the Barbie universe does not exist here.
We're about
Barbie
to
is actually
run.
the most the best sorcerer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
there's
so I
magic
think
in
the
there.
question stands. Which Halloween/horror
Okay.
movie would your character?
Can I pitch one that's just a little bit more on message? If that's okay.
On message? What is it,
I don't know
political
I don't know
now?
what
What?
the message is.
If Halloween existed in this universe, what monster would your character dress up as for Halloween?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Also, don't we have a month until Halloween? I get that it's
No,
October.
it is
but
October.
Halloween is at the
Spooky
end of
season is
October.
on.
Spooky.
It is spooky
If we're
season,
gonna have
Isaac,
to have
I'm sorry.
4
Look,
Halloween
if it's fucking
questions,
spooky season, no one can judge me for putting up Christmas lights.
No,
I
we
wouldn't.
can.
that's fine.
I'm not going
So
to
you-
judge you. I'm just going to take them down
You know,
while you're
my
asleep.
family,
We can absolutely judge you.
my family
Whatever you
keeps them
do
up
is not
all
free
year.
from
There's
judgment.
seasonal.
All right. So, first we have Elliot Burningoak, the half-elf wizard from Zrea, played by...
Pretty sure my name is Isaac. And,
And what monster does Elliot dress up as for Halloween?
Wait, I feel like we
I
should
think
save that
that
one
Elliot-
until Halloween.
No,
Sorry.
we'll have time for more spooky.
You see, I
questions.
voiced this, and then I was yelled.
We're
about
doing
the
a whole
being
month.
spooky
We're doing a
season,
whole
so,
month of
okay.
spooky questions.
Okay.
And
okay.
the monster Elliot dressed up as a kid for the Halloween was, of course, the evil Minotaurs.
Oh my god.
And
Don't let
then,
social media hear about
The
that one.
And then
problematic
we-
childhood.
and then we have Lyra Dream Shadow, the Kalishtar wizard from Stipvale, played by.
Hello, I'm Rosie. One Rosie CS on the intranet, and Lyra. I don't know. I feel like she always tries something really obscure. Like this is a character from a book that was not actually described very like like very iconically. So I'm just kind of a guy, you know.
Described
that
vaguely
just-
enough that I could make their costume out of my wardrobe.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's Lyra's vibe. And then she has to explain it to everyone as she goes along.
Which is honestly her favorite thing, because it's explaining a fanfiction, right?
That's true, that's true.
And then we have Karakareem, the Furbolg warlock from the Hedge, played by.
My name is Terminian Link VT, and the monster that Karak would dress up as would probably be a zombie of some sort. That just seems like one of the scariest fates to have.
Fair.
Mm,
And then we have Newson Worldwalker, the Minotaur Sorbarian from Ulfast, played by.
It's me, the Sky Tea. Are we answering what we have previously dressed up as, or what we would dress up as this year?
What you would
'Cause there's-
just what it, however you want to play it. Honestly, we've gone a couple different ways on it.
Okay, well, Newson's gonna dress up as the ultimate predator, a manatee, this year.
And then
Oh,
last,
Pirates
So
of
good.
the Sea.
and then last but not least, we have the one who might be shapeshifting instead of dressing up, Lulin Boltspeaker, the Minotaur Druidin from Ulfast, played by.
It's me, Brambo, also Mr. Saturn383 on the Twitch. Yeah, Lulin's going to shapeshift into the normal dog, but then the dog is going to be dressed up as a wizard.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
That's such a good answer.
That's-
It's just the
that's
dog
incredible.
dragging around Elliot's coat.
Wow, wow, wow.
All right. Well, last week on Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, folks, Newson and Karak had a really touching conversation about what to do next. And then Newson and Karak had a really touching conversation on what to do next. And then Newson and Karak had a real touching conversation on what to do next, this time with a viewer that they both realized. And then Newson and Karak had a touching conversation while the interloper ate chips. And then Newson and Karak had a touching conversation while the interloper asked questions. And then Elliot woke up. And then Newson and Karak and Elliot had a conversation with this guy that was nowhere near as touching.
Well, Elliot has.
Does that about cover it?
Yeah, I think that
That
about
sounds
covers
about
it.
right.
Also, I would like to
sounds good to me.
put in Cloudbear was asking if Barbie is canon to BCH, and I'm just gonna say, if Barbie is canon to BCH, then I'm just gonna put in that, you know, Karak's god is a white woman, so I kind of feel like Barbie is the
Barbie.
ultimate white woman,
Oh
and so
my
Karak is a
God.
Barbie warlock now.
Wrapped in
So,
plastic. It's
did you not realize that Barbie was the master of the hunt?
You know, I didn't, but I love that for her,
So,
honestly.
There's probably
So-
a Barbie movie out there that addresses this.
So I have a question
This
then.
Barbie.
Look at how many Kens she keeps in her loyal herd.
Oh my god.
Right, so
Rocket.
I have a point. I have a point. If that's Barbie, then is Nom's goddess like a Bratz doll?
Yes.
she's so
Oh,
sassy?
absolutely, yeah.
all of the
I
gods.
don't
are
know.
just different
Let's
action figures.
let's ask the creator of Nom's love interest, Sky. Thoughts on the matter?
I don't know if she would be a Bratz doll, but she would definitely be a Monster High doll. Yeah.
All right, and then roll me that
Those are
D100,
so cool.
and I'll tell you what whichever character you want to is dressing up as for Halloween.
Sorry, I've lost all semblance of
D&D.
It's all good. I'm
My
sure.
brain, maybe?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I hope nobody kills this for me because I have a really good one.
I can't wait.
I'm still waiting on Elliot and Lyra.
Well, I'm still waiting on the IP that I almost read out, but my brain realized I shouldn't at the last second.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do
Why
that.
would you do that?
I don't know. I wanted to say the numbers, guys.
Remember when you said my
The numbers,
whole name on
Mason, what do
stream
they mean?
once?
I do remember that.
When-
I don't know.
and it was
When
so
I am
wild
tired,
because
I just want to say a complete thing, you know?
yeah.
Listen, I doxed Brando before he ever had a chance to have a secret internet personality. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Nice.
It was just fucking day one of me being on the internet and like any form of like Twitch.
All right, Brando, you won. You get to ask who someone's gonna be.
It's not someone, it's someone's. What are the three kobolds gonna dress up as?
Oh.
Obviously, they're gonna dress up as Newson and try and run a con. They're gonna have big old cardboard horns sticking out from above their trench coat. And be walking around Oldfast telling people that they are the brave Newson World Walker. They're just gonna be handed. The kobolds are the definition of trick or treat because they reach into the bag and they don't know what they're gonna get. But where we pick up our session, Lyra and Lulin, you are still asleep. As Artreus, or as he introduced himself to you all, Astra Leone, is getting ready to leave your camp. Well,
Do we wake up or are we still asleep?
you can roll me perception checks, but you have not woken up yet. So,
I'm not gonna roll. Loon's gonna say Loon needs his beauty sleep.
Oh, Newson's gonna get up and stretch and be like, I think I'm gonna go outside and like step out and do a little bit of morning warm up. It'll really stick it to Lulin that I was up and working out before him.
You hear a snort.
Honestly, with how many times I've been in here, I might head out. I might head out as well.
the god kind of stands up and he leans back and he stretches his back and you just hear his whole back pop. And he goes, "Oh, you've only been awake for a few minutes, darling. It's not that important. Anyways,
It doesn't feel like that long. Just
I'll be heading out as well." And he kind of turns and like he leaves the bubble, but he's very clearly just like casually sauntering towards down the path.
Hmm.
So there is still time. Newson, you said you head out to go train.
Yes.
Okay.
I assume I'm stepping out on my own for the time being, or are you also coming, Karaka?
sure, why not? I need to find a good place to look at the sunrise because I got a bunch more to catch up on.
Oh, the top of those trees over there would be a lovely spot.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, would you like some help getting up there?
I think I'll find my own way up.
And he's gonna kind of sit there just watching the two of you, waiting to see what you do. Term.
I'm going to attempt to climb a tree.
He kind of turns and just very pointedly looks at Newson. There was an offer on the table earlier. Would you like to talk more about it?
Sure. But probably.
Oh, don't worry. Let's step into my office. And you watch as he pulls out the flute and begins to play a tune, and I need everyone but Newson to deafen as I describe what happens next.
Oh yeah, I can get snackies.
Let's go.
Go get your snackies.
So you watch Newson as he plays the flute, the notes become longer and more drawn out until there's just kind of a persistent tone that is spreading out. And as you've watched, as these tones got slower and slower, you watched different things. You watched as the birds in the sky, their wings began to slow down. You watched as the brushing in the trees falling to the ground gradually came to a stop in the air as if they had hit it. As you realize, this god just stopped time around you so you could have a conversation.
I think she's kind of gonna, like, glance around and be like, nice office.
Well, you know, just a nice little bubble sometimes to come relax. It really helps me get the facial structure right when I'm working on portraits.
Yeah, I guess an endless amount of time to get it right will certainly help you get it right.
It will indeed. It will indeed. Now, obviously I put out the offer, but tell me, you're the last one I would have expected to be making more deals with gods.
Well,
So, I obviously have to know why, darling.
up until this point, I've never been the one that has gotten to choose to make the deal. Everything else has kind of been done to me up to this point, and I'm tired of playing second fiddle in my own life.
Well, darling, if you're going to run around with me, you're going to have to accept that you are going to be the second fiddle. The first chair is taken.
Well, okay. This is my choice, rather than...
You'd rather be the conductor of your life than the conductee.
Exactly.
Of course, of course. So, that brings me to my next question, darling. What is it that you want?
Well, I don't know how much you know about minotaurs, but...
Oh, quite a bit, darling. Well, at
Okay.
least the minotaurs we had here, I don't know what happened when they went into your world. But I would love to find out.
I mean, if we're going to work this out, you'll probably learn a lot about us, but presumably, it seems like for all of history, our names have been very important, both culturally and,
Yes, likely a callback to when names were directly tied to power.
exactly. Well, I would like my name to be tied directly back to power. It doesn't even necessarily need to be for me, but...
No, you don't want overwhelming power.
I'm capable.
You wouldn't be the first to ask for it. And I
It's
wouldn't be
not-
the first to say no.
But it's not... It's not me that I'm looking to imbue with power. It's everybody that carries my name after me.
So you're looking to the future.
Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right god, darling.
I got that sense. I came from a name. I came from Stormhorn, that a name that carried a lot of weight, and to abandon that name and start my own is already a significant feat. But I want my name to continue to carry the weight that Stormhorn carried for me. Not even like a heavy weight, but a significance. I don't want everything that I've been through.
The concept of the honor, the tradition, the history, the building upon your forebears.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm getting more in touch with my own ancestors, and I want...
the ones that follow to be able to do the same.
Exactly. And you did say that you don't mind meddling.
Not at all. But I will say, making a deal with a perpetual god does come with a price. I can give your descendants, through your name, the power to look back and to look forward, because you cannot do one without doing the other. You cannot think of your past without questioning your future, and you cannot look to your future without questioning what would change in the past. I can give them that gift, but clarity does come with a price. It is a price that you will have to pay for them.
Okay. And what price would you have me pay?
I've told you before, as I know others have based on your reaction to it, that the future is malleable. You may see one future, you may see another. But there's no way to guarantee. He kind of looks puzzled, like he hasn't really explained this before, because a lot of it, you're almost getting the vibe that a lot of the people he's dealt with before are going to make a deal regardless of the consequences.
Mm.
As he's kind of thinking on it, and he says, what I'm supposed to say to you, Newson, is you've talked about how you don't want others defining your path, but fate is in and of herself a fickle thing. You may see a future, and by trying to avoid it, lead yourself down the path to it. There are going to be things that you cannot change, and there are going to be things that happen because you try to. You may know terrible things before they come to pass and be able to do nothing to stop them. It's enough to drive someone insane.
Well,
But that is the price of clarity.
I met someone not that long ago with that power, and he said something pretty similar, but he was very important to someone I am close to, and I think it would be... I still think it would be a boon to me and, my descendants. Even if, at if it drives me crazy at some point, at least people in my future will be able to learn from my mistakes. But
Perhaps. I also must say, News and World Walker, that my promise of the gift does not come with the future for the promise of your line. If that makes sense to you.
yeah, you can't make it.
I can't make the next generation. That is strictly a mortal's job.
Yes.
The gods have been out of that business for quite some time.
I would ask that this power extend to people that accept my name if I give it to them, as well as people related to me, just in case there is no progeny.
You're willing to take on the danger of that? Those who would use your name to build their own power and sully it in the process?
I believe that I will be able to discern who would use it to destroy or to do damage. I hope that I would.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Not, that's an 18 though.
There is something that he wants to tell you that he seems very hesitant to.
Penny for your thoughts.
More like a pound. But I would be increasingly careful about who it is you trust.
Oh?
When you accept the offer, I will show you the first vision I saw when you reached out for the prophecy. It's going to be jarring, and there may be nothing either of us can do to stop it.
Okay.
But I think it will put things in perspective. The unfortunate part is I cannot show you before you've made the deal. And it may break you itself.
I'm willing to accept that burden.
Very well. News and World Walker, I declare you an oracle. And as he says that, the world around you begins to speed up and shift as the trees around you wither and turn black and burst into flame, as the ground below you cracks and shatters, as the area around you is filled with the bodies of friends and allies and enemies. And as you see Roran standing there with his pale expression and a smile on his face, holding out a hand as Lyra places the artifacts into it. And as quickly as it happens, you are snapped back to where you were. You can see Karak walking over to the trees. The wind is blowing. The branches are shifting. You can hear the rustling of the wind. And Astraeus is gone. I'm going to tell everyone to undeafen. Undeafen! Undeafen!
Brando may still be gone getting snacks.
I got my snackies.
I'll be
good,
real,
good.
I had you up there, I didn't see the thumbs up emote things, and I saw everyone else was muted, so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're good.
We'll just
There.
hang out.
There's the zipper one. Get back here.
Yeah, we're just missing one now.
And Newson, that is where you are left. Standing in the field.
Newson's gonna just, I think, pull out her axe and kind of work on swings and stuff like that to do a little bit of the training. Similar stuff to what she did with Brennan.
Alrighty. Alright, so as you're practicing Karak, you climb a tree and watch the sunrise.
364,998 to go.
So many.
It's so many! It's so many!
As you are all, as the two of you are outside, and I'm presuming, I'm just gonna message him that he can undeafen for when he gets back.
Yeah. Just put it in the group chat.
As they're training, Lyra, Elliot, what are you doing inside the bubble?
What do you mean? Just vibing, I guess.
Like Newson's outside training, Karak's climbing a tree. Are you like making breakfast or putting on coffee? I mean, you already had some tea going.
He's finishing his tea, I guess.
Okay, so Lulin and Lyra, roll me a perception check just to see who wakes up first.
Who will be the awaker?
Awaker? I hardly know her.
Yeah, you shouldn't awake her if you don't know her.
I
Damn,
agree.
go off.
So here's the important thing for those of you just now waking up. You do not experience the benefits of a long rest. But Lyra, you wake up first as something about just hearing Elliot clink 2 cups together while he's putting them away just snaps you back to awakeness. to awakeness to being awake? Grammar how?
Awakitude.
To awakeness. Leroy, you're muted.
Hard
What a
muted.
rookie.
There you go.
There we go.
Rookie situation.
But you wake up to Elliot putting away tea supplies.
Okay. So we don't experience a long rest. Do we feel bad? Like what?
You
do we
just feel
think
like
we
you fell
slept
asleep
weird?
5 minutes ago.
Okay. I think that Lyra hears like the clinking of cups, and she's like, "Is that coffee? Because I think I need coffee. I feel awful."
Well, I just finished some great jasmine tea, but I can make another batch.
Well, I guess if you wouldn't mind, I don't want to like put you out or anything.
Elliot just sort of looks around the like magic sphere. Put me out of where?
No, I mean like it's like I don't know. It's like a saying. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really make that much sense. Anyway, where is
You
everybody?
humans to the south are kind of weird.
Damn.
Out training, doing the morning routine, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense. Who else is currently in the bubble?
Just Lulin, and he is passed out.
Maybe Lula needs some coffee too. I don't know. I just feel. Do you feel bad too? Like,
well, we only got like a few minutes of sleep before, rewind stuff happened, I guess. Elliot remembers that, right?
Yes, you do remember that. Also, roll me a D. Somebody just roll me a D100.
You got this, Lyra.
okay. I was waiting for you to do it. I was waiting for you to do it.
Too damn bad.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So, anyways,
Our best friend the dragon's coming back.
Oh my god!
That was for the weather.
Oh no.
no.
We're going
looking
back in the
dragony. It's looking dragony outside.
All right.
Oh my god, it's
Dragon
raining. It's raining worms and snakes.
Karak, as you look out into the distance, roll me a perception check as you're watching the sunrise.
Got it. One day I'll realize that it's alphabetized.
Well, Isaac, aren't you mad you asked me to do it now?
On the horizon,
That.
you see these dark red clouds, and you can't tell if they're red because of the sunrise or for some other reason.
I can't wait for it to start raining cats and dogs.
Blood.
Literally.
Blood.
I'm gonna go ahead and-
rain.
The fact that I can't remember if it's for the sunrise or for something else worries me. I think I'm gonna climb down, maybe meet up with the rest of the party.
Back at the camp, Lyra's like, "What? Rewind? What are you talking about?"
Oh, like the god of stories or whatever showed up and was asking
Why
for
did no one
stories.
wake me up? Why did no one wake me up? That's so
Because
rude.
we need real stories, not fan fiction, Lyra.
Fanfiction is real stories, and in fact, I would argue that fanfiction is actually art. Okay.
Damn.
Great.
By the time you make it to the bottom of the tree, the storm clouds have closed approximately a third of the distance between you and where they were.
Alright, I am going to make sure to book it to the party, because I need to let them know I don't know what's going to happen next.
As you are looking out at it, you are seeing large dark chunks fall out of the clouds, trailing red behind them.
Oh my god, it's
Meat
meatballs.
storm.
Oh no.
I'm not going to say that Nat 1 was a meteor storm.
Meteor?
Meteor.
It's a meteor shower.
Is this
Meteor?
PT? Is this
Meteor.
Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs?
No,
But tabletop
No, it's much
RPG.
worse.
this is Cloudy with a Chance of Death.
Oh
Also-
no!
I'm just going to take time to pause right here to tell a joke. So, 3 dinosaurs find a small, like, crystal shell at the bottom of a lake. They bring it back to the surface, and one goes, and a genie pops out and asks the dinosaurs, "What do you want?" The first one goes, "I want meat." And the piece of meat falls in front of him, starts eating. The second one goes, "I want a meaty storm," as chunks of meat began falling out of the sky and raining around them and eating. And and the genie turns to the third one and goes, "And what about you?" And the third one really excitedly says, "Ooh, I want a meteor storm." And 65 million years later, we're still talking about it.
Oh my god.
That's right. All mass extinctions were caused by genie wishes. You heard it here first.
Yes.
Listen, it makes sense when you get down to it.
You know, fair enough.
But, yeah, so, Term, you recognize, seeing these things falling out of it and being from the Feywild, that this is a incredibly rare phenomena that occurs, called a daggerfall. Because it is where a cloud from the elemental plane of fire and a cloud from the elemental plane of earth come into contact and rain molten steel.
I'm booking it like to the camp, being like, we need to go. It's a daggerfall.
Yeah, Nuzin, you see Karak casually climb out of this tree, look up, and then haul ass.
Only we had
Everything okay? Was the sunset not good? Or sunrise? I don't know what time it is.
We need to go. It's a daggerfall.
Daggerfall. Nuzin, like, puts her axe back on her back and, like, starts walking towards him, looking very confused. Like,
Nuzin, as you're walking back, something very fast, leaving a trail of steam, impacts the dirt in front of you. And you realize it's about a 2-inch thick shard of, like, iron. Glowing red hot that has just impacted the dirt in front of you as more pieces begin hitting around.
oh! Daggerfall! She starts running back. Will the tiny hut protect us from that?
Yes, it does. I just read it. All creatures and objects are barred from passing through. So, yeah.
Nuzin literally, like, runs and dives in.
Yeah, as
Sliding in.
as you're sitting inside Lyra and Elliot, you just hear things begin to plink off the tiny hut.
Lyra's gonna make it clear so that we can watch the dagger store.
Well, you don't know what it is yet.
Oh, wait, wasn't it shouted?
Oh, I guess,
I was
yeah, you can
running
hear
and
inside,
shouting.
can't you?
Yeah.
Things just can't hear from the outside.
Yeah.
As
You're like, oh, look how nice! And
Like,
Nuzin
wow,
and
this
Karak
is
running
such a
for their
wonderful-
lives
this is
to
such a
get back
wonderful-
in.
so
Lulu finally wakes up with all the commotion.
I want the two
It's
of
like
you that were
rain
outside when it
sounds
started to
better.
give me dex saves.
Oh boy.
Okay, time for a dex save to try and get to try and make it. I'm not sure how my dex is. Oof.
Okay, so neither of you succeeded.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be this first 2d6 is for piercing damage.
Okay.
This second 2d6 is for slashing damage.
Okay.
And the third 2d6, which is why I had to split them up because it doesn't matter for Nuzin, is for bludgeoning damage.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
So Karak, you're gonna take 19 damage, and Nuzin, you're gonna take 12. As Karak, you're running towards, and as you dive in, you just feel like a lance of fire just shoot through your thigh from back to front.
How much damage was that again?
19.
Overall, that was 19. As these two dive in, and you're watching, Lyra, how are you looking at this as it's happening around you, and you are not directly affected by it?
Well, okay, I think that first Lyra was just sort of looking up and being like, wow, it's like rain sounds, but better. And then she noticed her friends were like fighting for their lives outside and was a little bit worried. She's like, I want to go help, but also if I leave, I feel like that's going to be very bad.
It's like rain on a tin roof, but the rain is the tin roof.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So as you dive in, the storm gradually builds with intensity over the next 45 minutes. As it began, first the chunks start to get bigger, and they're now the size of a phone. And then you are watching literal plate size to small car size chunks of just sharpened steel fall out of the sky. They are tearing down trees, lighting fires, ripping things apart. You watch as one bounces off the dome and flies off into the trees, twirling like a blade as it just chops through trees and they slide and collapse before catching into flame.
This is such a rare event, but
That
also
was kind of cool.
I'm honestly surprised. I'm surprised to have survived to see one.
Furrows are burning in the ground as these things are ripping through it. The mushroom patch that you camped near is entirely destroyed. The bodies of the shambling mounds that you left outside have been macerated into a pulp. And just as quickly as it began, it trails off, headed for parts unknown.
So,
As
Rock, these things
all around you is flaming wood, chopped trees, and carnage. The path that you were walking down is indistinguishable from the terrain around it.
So, Karak, do these things have aftershocks, or are we good, or?
I'm currently looking at PT for an answer to that.
They're like rainstorms.
You said insight?
No, I said
No.
they're like rainstorms. Once
they're
they
like
once they
rainstorms.
pass you, they're probably not coming back unless the wind changes.
They're just like rainstorms. They go with the wind.
Which do we? I don't really know how the wind works. Are we expecting it to come back? Because
I don't know how the wind works.
Is the wind
If it-
normal?
Oh, really?
Well, I
Shut
have
up,
good
No one knows how
I
the
have
wind
good
works,
news
okay?
for you. If you want to roll intelligence,
Sure, why not?
Karak, you can roll.
Disadvantage
You can
because
roll
she doesn't know how the
intelligence
wind
or
works?
nature. No, anybody
No,
who wants to
Karak
can
is
roll
doing that
intelligence.
one.
Anybody who wants to can roll intelligence or nature.
Oh, can I
So,
just help?
do you by
Karak?
intelligence? Is there a skill you have in mind here?
Nope, just flat
Is that
just flat intelligence or nature. Wait, nature is intelligence, isn't it?
No, it's wisdom. I think.
Yeah, nature's wisdom.
Okay, yeah. So either flat intelligence or nature.
All right. And Lyra, you said you wanted to help me on this?
Yeah, I do want to help you on this.
Got
Yes,
it.
Lyra's
it's
like,
me who
I don't
doesn't
know the
how
wind.
the wind works.
Look, no one does. That's why predicting weather is so hard.
Elliot, very clearly based on what you know, this cloud was out to get you and you alone and will return the minute you leave safe cover. Karak, you would know that they tend to travel one direction almost indefinitely because the amount of heat they put out lighting fires on the ground creates a localized windstorm that pushes them in one direction.
Okay.
Which you wouldn't know the scientific specifics of
Yeah.
hot air rising and all that, but you would understand that they tend to not go back over the same place twice.
You don't know how the wind works either.
It's far. It seems like they arrive and then they go and they don't turn back. They don't double back.
Okay.
Considering how rare they are, I guess that makes sense.
Elliot, your
Okay.
thoughts on the matter?
It's coming from me. I don't know what I did, but I think I pissed off one of your gods.
We haven't even met Caliban yet.
So, I think he's after
Well,
me.
that's like
The god of fire. We decided to go kill the god of fire, and now this.
that's
Are you
like
kidding?
fire and
This is
earth.
this
and
is
I
this
don't- I'm
this
not-
is us. This was
Wait,
targeted.
Elliot, you're so right.
You know, maybe
Oh
honestly.
my god. Wait,
Huh.
so do we think it's gonna come back?
In my
Of course it's gonna
experience,
come
it
back.
doesn't
was
come back.
targeted at us.
Oh god. Okay.
From all the
well,
stories I've heard, it's a one and done thing.
So
I feel like the guy that's from here is probably the one that has the right of it.
But you see, Lyra's starting to put up sort of like strings and little tacks on the yeah. You see.
Look, everybody's
if
everybody's tired. It's just it's fine. It's not target. You're just being paranoid, Elliot, because you didn't sleep. I think.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm not being paranoid. It's the god of fire, and then a firestorm shows up.
the god of
But why
fire.
would he be after you specifically? He
Firestorm.
doesn't know
Okay,
you
fine,
from a
us.
hole in the wall.
Question, Elliot. Do you think the god of fire has time for a mere mortal?
Yeah, we intend to murder him.
He doesn't know that.
but he's also a god.
How do you know he doesn't know that?
I don't know if he doesn't know that. This kind of panic doesn't lead to a lot.
So
How
is
do you know
outside
if he knows that?
is outside like a raging fire right now?
It's not a
PT?
It's not a
Wouldn't they have
raging
kept
fire
going?
because
Wouldn't
it
they
seems.
just wait until
So it doesn't
like,
really
the
seem like a
spell ended?
raging fire because everything that caught on fire did catch on fire before it was immediately hammered out by shit burying it in the earth.
Okay.
So
So like, is there a space that I could step out of the dome safely?
pretty much
to
anywhere.
prove I just want to prove the point that it's not going to come back and get us. Like, look, I'll just step right outside the dome. It's not going to come back to get us. It's going to be fine. And if it comes back, I will say I was wrong. And I will
Sure
get
you
back
will,
in.
right before we die.
We're not gonna we've got the tiny hut. It's fine.
It just kind of takes me 10 minutes to make it, so that's kind of a long time.
Well, it'll be fine. It's fine.
Okay, I guess I suppose the tiny hut is gonna wear out pretty soon. Actually, it's been up for. Well, actually, no. I don't know how long has it been up for.
About 6 minutes.
Oh, never mind. That's a long way to go.
A-okay.
It is a-okay.
Newson's gonna step out. to
But
see if
you
the
would not
cloud-
know that in character, Lyra.
Yeah,
Okay.
it feels like a whole night, I am assuming.
a whole night, but we
Yeah.
didn't get any good sleep. Newson's gonna step out to see if the clouds start to return for vengeance.
I will
They
be following. I
They
will be
seem
following as well.
more
because,
than happy to
you know.
continue to just brutally push their way south.
Newson just kind of
Okay.
like spreads her
There you go.
arms and is like, I feel fine. A little hot because the winter coat is keeping me a little too warm around all of this, as she gestures to everything, but not in immediate danger of being hit by more molten metal.
Okay, the hut's gonna run out soon, and Lyra dismisses it.
Term, you rolled a 22 on your nature check, so I'm just going to send you a message about something.
Got it.
Just continue on, everybody else.
Got it.
I think Newson's gonna start looking for like a safe path to maybe get back to the. Is there like a width? Like how widespread was this? Is it very concentrated?
It was
Or is it like
probably 2 or 3 football fields in any direction.
Okay, but we have like a vague sense of the direction, like where the road used to be.
Yeah, you can if you look, you can see where the path is cutting the trees on the horizon where the road is.
Okay. So we could just kind of go in that way. Eventually, there will probably be less fire and destruction. And Newson's gonna kind of start like picking away through all this destruction.
We best get a move on.
Yeah,
Can
I
we-
agree.
Is
we-
finding the path a problem?
No, that's what I just asked.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Newson,
Sorry.
in the distance as you're like trying to pick out a path, you see a bunch of like reddish orange shapes seemingly following over the path of the Daggerfall, but they're still far in the distance. They're like jumping and hopping over each other.
I mean, considering we just saw a rainstorm full of tiny little rain elementals, is it a safe assumption that these are little fire elementals following
If
this?
that is an assumption you would like to make, that is an assumption
All right,
you
that's
are
the
allowed to
assumption that
make.
I'm making. I'm like, that makes sense. You know, rain elementals come from the rain here, fire elementals come from the molten death.
Karak is just looking at you now that he's put two and two together and is just... No, Sue.
No?
That might be nice, because then they'd be a lot smaller. Have you heard of a rust monster?
No.
Well,
Have we?
We have.
You have.
In the.
They were
It
in
was
the,
down in the arena.
They were in the shadow box.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, I forgot
you
about
like to
that.
eat metal, and
Aren't
we are
those-
surrounded in metal.
Weren't those things small, though?
They're only like 2 to 3 feet long.
Okay.
This is a whole swarm of them
Okay, and they're coming towards us, or they're following?
following the storm. But we are
Okay.
currently where the storm was.
But I'm trying to understand, because you said I saw them in the distance. Are they ahead of us? Are they
No.
behind
So-
us? Like,
The storm hit the road perpendicular.
yes, it went across.
So if you guys are in the direct center
Yes.
and you're trying to get to here, the rust monsters are here. They're coming along the path of the storm.
Okay. So yeah, we should probably get out of the metal.
Remember, chat, when you need to describe things, your arms are like perfect for laying out an area on.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's true.
But yes, best not to dilly-dally.
Cool. Elliot, give me a hand, and then Lulu's just gonna start mold earthing a path over the, like trenches of just molten metal. Just so.
So I want to be clear, they're not so much molten anymore. Some of them are still hot,
Yeah.
but metal cools relatively quickly when it's buried in wet earth.
Yeah. But still, Lulu doesn't want to take that chance of somebody fucking up and scorching their
You don't
heel,
want
and
to
then
try to
you'll
run out of
kill
here on
somebody.
dangerous terrain.
Yeah. Why dilly-dally and potentially step on something hot and gonna pierce and scorch your foot with third-degree burns, potentially amputation, when just
There's got to
Magic.
be a one
when
that's
just cover it with dirt
D4.
and hope for the best.
Cover it with dirt and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be at least one that's shaped like a D4, and you know it.
Yeah. So
Step on that thing, you're dead.
Lulu's
All right,
leading the
are
way
we
and
are we
casting
stopping
Mold
to pack up our camp? Because we haven't done that yet.
I'm trying to think about what
The
would be
dome's
set up in a
the
camp.
dome is also technically still up.
No, I
Oh,
just
you
just-
dropped it
yeah.
already.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Rosie said she dismissed it.
Phenomenal.
earth.
I mean, News is gonna like grab her bag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lyra like is counting her socks. I think she's worried she's missing one.
I'm not giving Nathaniel another sock. I'm done with this.
He will claim no more left socks.
He's taking one.
He only
Why not take both?
Elliot, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Are you just shoveling everything into the bag of holding?
Yeah. He already put his tea set away. That was basically all he does when he unpacks.
Wait,
Puts his tea
Elliot,
set
have you
away, molds
seen
earth in
my
a circle,
socks?
walks
Lulu-
around in a circle 4 times, and then lays down.
Lulu walks over to Newsom and takes a sock off of one of her horns.
How the hell did that get on there?
Has anyone seen my sock? It has like a strawberry on it.
Was I poking you in your sleep? Is that why I got socked?
Newson, as you look at Lyra, intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That is a 10.
There's a sudden flash as two things that you know what they are blend together before splitting apart again. What happened when everyone was deafened snaps to your reality for a minute.
Okay.
Then
I
just
think
as quickly it's gone.
Yeah. Newson's like mid talking about this sock and sort of like stops and kind of like takes a step back and like shakes her head and she's like, "Sorry, I'm tired. That was weird."
Yeah, I
It was
slept
a very
real
long
bad. Anyway, thank you.
But
And
yeah.
she-
I'll get some like corks for the horns or something in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine as long as we find them all, and I counted, and I have all of them. So
Okay, cool. I'm glad we found it. We got it all covered.
You got all the important
so
shit.
I guess, yeah, I have at least 36 socks. So.
All right. You guys using mold earth make it to the edge. And as you turn around, you can watch this natural phenomena if you want to, or you can get out of the way, because none of these things are particularly focused on any of you.
Mhm.
As you are watching as literally thousands of rust monsters are pouring over the area, digging up these bits of iron and just like chewing them and dissolving them and munching them. And then as they're leaving, it seems like the grass is regrowing. Like you're watching the plant life literally come back to life behind them.
Oh.
Hmm.
Your nature
Is that
heals a lot
something-
faster than our nature heals.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
is that
it
something that the rust monsters are doing, or something that just the
You
land
can
is
roll
doing?
me nature.
time to roll
Or maybe I'll
nature.
just ask out loud. Hey, Krok, is that like are the rust monsters doing that, or is it just like happening?
I rolled
Karak,
nature.
you know that the leftovers from the rust monster feeding frenzy acts as a potent fertilizer that brings plants back relatively quickly.
Rust monsters are part of the natural ecosystem, and as such, when they finish going about and they leave behind whatever they've left behind, nature seems to take effect. Terms, just Karak just kind of like thinks about it for a second. It's like rock that does a lot, something like this.
That's cool. Lulin's gonna pull out a little notebook that just says Elliot and Lulin's farming 101 notebook. And writes that down as they're walking.
Rust monster equal good shit.
Yeah, rust monster
Literally.
shit equals great manure.
All right, well, now that we have our tragic weather out of the way, somebody else roll me a D100 for the weather that you'll be dealing with for the rest of your journey.
Who wants to
Wait,
do
I
it?
want to do it again.
You gotta redeem yourself.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You roll another one, and the thing actually does come back.
Elliot would be so vindicated.
Elliot would be like, "I knew it."
Under 50, but not a 1.
Huh.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so as you all begin walking north for the day, you walk for a couple of hours before you see large mountains rising up in the distance. More, how do I want to describe it? They're less like rocky mountainous and more like this is a very large ridge line that you're looking at more than like a mountain range. I don't know if that makes sense.
Is it like foothills?
It's like,
are
no,
they
it's
small?
like, okay, so to put this into perspective, this is the outside of a caldera.
Okay,
So to
gotcha.
put in perspective, like everybody knows what a caldera looks. Well, if you don't know what a caldera looks like, it's a crater.
Mhm.
So
Got
it's the outside of a crater. It's like a gradual slope up, but it's very
Got it,
obviously
okay.
much higher than you guys are altitude wise right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as you're walking forward, it begins to rain.
You know, I prefer this honestly to the fire rain. This is
It to be in the Fire Rain's defense, it is a very, very rare event. It doesn't
mean-
happen often.
that doesn't mean I can't prefer regular rain over. Wait, this
Yeah,
isn't tiny
true.
little guys, is it? And Newsom like cups her hands to see if it's little water elementals.
Newson,
Uh-huh.
you will be the first, but not the last. Is anybody protecting themselves from the rain?
Lulin was about to bring up his shield and be like, okay, if anyone wants to stay dry, stay dry. Come on, I can fit about 2 of you. One in the front, one in the back.
Karak's gonna take that offer, considering what he knows about the different reigns. You never know what you're gonna get.
Is anybody
I was
else
going to say,
taking?
Elliot immediately stops molding earth and starts molding water over his head, as he usually does in the rain.
Okay, Lyra, what are you doing?
Lyra's gonna try and just stand really close to Elliot.
Elliot, noticing this, will include Lyra in the virtual
Okay,
umbrella.
so I guess just
Casual,
Newton
like,
then
I'm
roll me a
just
wisdom save.
All right. I'm so good at those, guys. Oh, that was a decent roll. Thank God. 15.
Wasn't high enough.
Not
though.
good enough.
Roll me 1d4.
I mean, technically, Newsom could have
3.
fit under.
Newson, you have been standing in and cupping your hands on the reins of mistrust. For the next 3 hours, you will gradually become more and more paranoid about your party members.
Oh, good. So what's like where do I start?
Exactly where you're at right now. Just
Okay.
normal day. It's basically going to be, they're just going to gradually become more irritating to you.
Got it.
You're going to trust,
All right.
like, if they're having a conversation without you, you're going to think they're talking about you, stuff like that.
Got it.
As you all push forward with everybody else helping each other stay dry, except for you, Newsom. As you all continue down this pathway.
That's how it is. She kind of like shakes her hands off and she's like, "Hey, it's not little guys this time." And like kind of like trudges ahead.
You never.
Good to know.
It's like water elementals. They're nice, but they can definitely they being the source for all life. It can water that is. It can definitely be a bit hard to keep to manage.
All right, so the 5 of you continue your trek as the ground gradually kind of turns to sloggy mud as you're making your way up this hill, and somebody roll me a D100 along the way as the rains keep pouring down on you.
I want to
Let's
do
go.
it again.
You want to do it again? All right.
Oh,
Oh wait,
doing it.
sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
what is that, 22?
22.
I feel like something awful is happening.
Oh boy.
These could not have been paired worse!
Oh.
You all of you begin to hear as the winds whisper your biggest insecurities into your ears.
Oh my God. So because I'm paranoid, is it just whispering that everybody hates me?
It's whispering whatever your biggest fear is, which is then being compounded by your paranoia.
Great. Cool.
So what is everybody hearing when the wind goes by their ears? And if you want other people to deafen, we can make that happen real quick. Or everyone can just message them to me, just so I know.
Okay. It can be a mixture too.
Can't be a mixture. I feel like yours is pretty...
Yeah, mine's obvious to you.
to me, yeah.
Yes.
But like I said, those literally could not have been paired in a funnier way.
No kidding.
Sometimes RNGesus is on the side of the Dungeon Master.
I love the irony of you wearing a Be Kind shirt right now, too. I was like, when you DM and you wear Be Kind.
Listen, do as I say, not as I do.
Uh-huh.
I say be mean to your D&D players.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. So all of you trudge through. Do any of you say anything?
I'm still typing mine out real quick.
At the end of
Lyra,
Sorry, I just remembered something. At the end of last episode, didn't we get transformed?
Yes.
3 of us?
But you can't see each other's. Remember?
Uh-huh. But there are 2
And
people.
the others see?
that
No,
we're
no,
not
no.
awake.
They also got transformed.
Ah,
Okay. So
we just
we
haven't
can't...
seen a reflective
But
surface
you
yet.
haven't
Got
seen.
it. Okay. I wasn't sure if the sleeping people also got transformed.
Nope,
That's
they
fine.
did
Okay.
indeed. They did indeed. That was
Alright,
his
so-
boon to the party,
Got it.
which will be really
There we are,
funny
that's
because
that
none
one.
of you have explained it yet.
Mm-mm.
Jesus Christ, guys, these are dark.
We all have trauma.
No shit.
Karak's just gonna shake his head and keep moving forward, but notably quieter.
I think that when it first starts, there's gonna be like, "Are you guys hearing something?" I'm kind of like hearing, creepy whispering type of stuff. Is that normal?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Of course, that would be normal for this place.
Yeah.
Mhm. Gotta look on the bright side. It keeps you accountable, I guess.
You know what else it does is lets me message everyone individually what the wind is saying for maximum trauma.
Oh, good.
I told you I could say mine out loud, or you can, if you prefer that, PT.
So, Lulin, as you're walking along and you hear Lyra say, "Do you guys hear any weird whispering?" You can't hear it over the rush in your ears. You will simply never be enough. Anyone that does love you is in this for their own gain. You're a bold speaker, and that's all you ever will be. Just repeat it again and again in your ears. Your uncles were right. You were weak. You don't have what it takes to save anyone. The only person you've ever really saved is yourself. Just again and again, pouring into your ears.
If you want to say Lyra's out loud.
Yeah, is everybody cool with me saying those out loud except for the person I know who doesn't want me to say those
Well,
out loud?
You can say mine out loud.
I have
you
other ones
just
for
make it
you.
generic.
I have other ones for you.
Yeah.
Feel free to do mine as well. I'm cool with that.
Lyra, as you're standing next to Lulin, it's your fault he's gone. You didn't check the spell. Sure, your friends might say, it's a different place, the magic's different, but you know down in your core the only thing that was wrong with the magic was you.
I think that Lyra's sort of like kind of trying to hold her head.
Are you gonna find a solution to get him back? Are you gonna ask for more help? Are you gonna talk to more people? Who knows, maybe there's someone out there, maybe you can make a deal.
Oh, it's just the wind. It's just the wind.
Karak, you hear in your ears under Lulin's shield with him.
Mhm.
You were never prepared for the hunt. You weren't any good at getting hunted. You froze yourself. You hid. You literally used the one response that you were never supposed to use. And because of that, your patron's lost. The rest of the gods are trapped. You were useless then. What makes you think just because somebody pulled you out of the stone you hid yourself in, that you're going to be useful now? You'll always just be the warlock they sent to court because you could never go on a hunt.
Karak's just gonna keep walking, shake his head. Very quiet.
Isaac, Elliot, you're not strong enough. You'll never be strong enough. You're just a kid playing with powers he doesn't understand. And look at all of them around you, you're going to lose them. Just like you lost everyone else. Because you weren't strong enough, and you never will be.
No, shut up!
Oh, look, you can't even make the wind stop. What kind of a wizard are you? Not strong enough. And up ahead, Newson, you're just hearing, "Oh, look at little Newson walking someone else's path again. Look at your friends back there just following along, because you have to know where you're going. Right? You know where you're going, don't you, Newson? You know what you're leading them all to."
Newsom just kind of like shaking her head.
Can Lyra try and use gust to like get the wind away from them? Like
Sure, but everybody's gonna have to make the saves.
Yeah.
Outwind the wind.
And if they don't pass the saves, they're gonna be making saves for the rain.
And just to note, do I
Yeah.
should I roll a nature check to see if I know that this is just
You don't have to. You've never experienced anything like this before.
got it.
This
I
is
think that
something
Lyra's
different.
gonna go like, that's not true, and like,
Cast Gust.
Yeah.
All right, what's the save? I know it's a dex save.
It's a strength. No,
Strength
it's a strength
save.
saving throw.
Poor Elliot.
Sorry.
I was gonna say.
All right, roll me strength saving throws. What's the DC and what's the effect? Well, Karak's not
It's
succeeding.
Oh, it's just get pushed 5 feet away from me, and it's my spell save DC, which is 17.
I'd like to make an argument, PT.
That you can keep the shield up while you're being
Yes,
pushed.
I'm the one holding the shield up.
That,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
I
say,
was gonna say,
same for Elliot's water.
well, Elliot, you haven't rolled me
Yeah,
a save
sure,
yet, so I don't
it's
know
me
how
that-
bad.
Well,
it's
I was
been.
no PT. I was gonna say, can I concede the save if I focus on the spell?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
That's what Elliot's gonna
Okay, so Lulin and Elliot, Lyra, you don't have to roll a save for your own spell, do you?
No.
Here's what I will
'Cause how would I
say.
get thrown
I'm
away?
gonna need a wisdom save for you because Elliot is being thrown, which will leave you
Yes.
out of the range of his water.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna need you to give me a wisdom save. Lulin and Elliot, you're fine. You managed to keep. Lyra, roll me 1d12.
Karak was
Well-
also under the shield with me.
Whoa,
Karak was-
whoa.
Karak
It went
was-
to 12? I rolled a d4.
She crit failed.
I
Oh
did
my-
crit fail.
So for 11 hours, you will grow gradually more paranoid at the party.
Oh my god.
Including
Your
thinking
girlfriends
thinking immediately that Elliot clearly just abandoned you to keep himself safe.
Okay.
Karak, you get pushed forward with Lulin, but unlike Lulin, you trip
Mm-hmm.
and fall in the mud as the rain washes over the top of you. Roll me a wisdom save. Roll me a d4. For the next 2 hours, you'll become gradually more paranoid, so yours and Newson's will wear out at about the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But let the screaming begin!
Croc's just
Wait,
gonna
did I succeed in getting the voices away from you, or did it not work?
You succeeded. You don't hear the voices anymore. But now you're
Croc's just
incredibly
gonna
paranoid.
slowly pick himself
Yes.
up out of the mud, just like
Do other people hear the voices still?
What's
like,
the
am I
range
only-
on Gust?
Well, I mean, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't it's not great. It doesn't have a range really. It just once pushes things away from.
Okay,
me.
so everyone would have a brief moment of brevity and silence before the wind hits them again then.
Okay.
So you can keep casting Gust and throwing your friends if you want to. But
I think she's not gonna do that. I think that.
but yeah, so Lyra, you are immediately just I cannot believe that Elliot left me out here in the rain.
Yeah. Elliot.
Newson, you feel Lulin with the shield bump into your back.
As I literally dig my heels in with a nat 20
Yep.
to not be gusted away.
Yep. As 3 of you are now soaking wet.
mm.
I think Newson is a little irritated by getting bumped with the paranoid kind of shoves a little bit, sort of a passive aggressive, and steps forward away.
What are the rest of you doing?
Croc's just gonna step up, sort of try to wipe himself off as best he can, and just kind of see the party continue going, and sort of just
As soon as he gets up,
follow from
Elliot's
behind.
going to prestige. Well, he'd have to drop his shape water, wouldn't he? Never mind. Carry on.
Lyra's gonna say, "Sorry, Karak and no, not Brando and Lulin."
Lilith sneezes. Who the fuck's Brando?
Sorry, there was just so many voices.
It's okay. It was an idea.
Yeah.
Seemed like a decent one at first. It's okay. Let's just keep the train going and outpace the storm. Come on, get back
Okay.
under.
All right, and Lyra's gonna join Brando.
Yeah.
God damn it! Who are you? Who are you?
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick bio break while Lyra resets her brain.
It's not gonna work.
We will see everyone in about... We'll say we will reconvene here at 9 Central. So we will see everyone then.
Yo, nice.
Skadoosh.
Hey,
Oh,
Sky.
God damn it. We're back. So you all are continuing this trudge up this mountain, and it begins to, like, you begin to feel that burn in your calves, that kind of tightness in your shoulders from carrying a pack, but you know this is the last push.
Mm-hmm.
As you're still just slogging your way. You probably have 5 miles until you're at the top of this thing.
Karak is just pulling up, bringing up the rear at the back, just like staying behind everybody a bit farther, you know, trying his best, just like, you know.
Elliot, I'm assuming you're still focused on your magic?
Of course. Of course.
And then Lulin and Lyra, you're walking under the shield. Are you guys talking about anything?
I think there's like, Lulin, could you go a little slower, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay. It's just this is a lot.
You're telling me. This is all way too much for me to handle.
I mean, did you see? I feel like back there, Elliot just like hung me out to dry. I don't know, like I don't know.
Sounds about
I'm
right.
not feeling great about it.
I don't think he meant anything to you personally. I think if we all heard whispers, we're all dealing with shit right now.
I guess it just felt a little targeted to me, but whatever you say.
We can have time to talk about it to everybody else. We just need to get out of this situation. Otherwise, it's just going to get worse for wear. But I'll slow down for a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm not used to being a lead with somebody behind me with smaller legs. I'm sorry, Lyra.
Yeah.
Was there
Did
anything else you wanted
Elliot
to talk
hear?
about?
Sorry. Point of order. Did Elliot hear what we were just saying?
Fantastic.
Were you saying it quietly or loudly?
Kind of middle. Like I don't think she's not like wanting him to overhear, but she's.
All right,
just, like,
Elliot, roll
talking
me
normally.
perception.
Yeah.
You got it, boss.
With a 21, you would have absolutely heard all that as they slow down in front of you.
Elliot is going to just walk around Lyra in front of them. So nice to get going a little faster.
Newson looks
As
back.
he sort of picks up the pace.
Newson looks back at the group and is just like, I thought we were trying to get out of the storm.
Well, which way do you suggest?
The way we're supposed to go, obviously.
Great.
Which way
Looks
is
like you
that?
go in the right way.
Yeah. So
Are you going a different way than us?
I'm
Elliot-
going faster, that's for sure.
Elliot, not paranoid, just matching the fucking energy.
Yep.
Look, we were made to fight, so
I'm trying to think about every conversation I've had with my sister on a hike. What if we like took a break for a little while? I don't know. I'm just like this is a long hike.
I don't think we can afford to take a break right now.
Yeah, we've wasted so much time just doing dumb shit lately. We need to get there. There are people that are waiting for us.
Dumb shit like what?
Just getting stuck in so many different weird traps, having to stop to free Lulin from some fucking mushrooms. We're
Yeah, that was okay. The mushroom thing. Yeah, the mushroom thing was not great.
Yeah?
I'll be honest,
Yeah, why did
I'm
you do
sorry
that?
that my world is so hostile to you. There's not exactly a good way for us to do that. There's not really a way for us to control that.
I mean, would you have known if the mushrooms just wanted you to keep fucking jumping? Absolutely not.
Maybe.
Maybe if we
All right, calm
stop to look
down.
at them
It's
first.
not Lulin's fault.
Yeah, maybe just don't jump on weird random mushrooms. Or, smoke weird, like, shit that caterpillars offer you. Or any of the random crap that you've been doing for no reason in this world that we don't understand.
Okay.
I actually thought smoking was kind of cool.
Smoking is not cool, Lyra. He literally could have floated away. Elliot saved a halfling that would have literally died if he had not cast Featherfall on it because of that smoking caterpillar. Nothing is safe here.
That halfling should have known his limits then.
Or maybe a random caterpillar should
What
be
is
offering people
you
drugs
do?
on the side of the road.
What is your, like, weird mentality where, like, us killing things that are trying to kill us is a problem, but me saving things that are falling from the sky is also a problem? Alright, I don't get it!
Certain scenarios can be bad while results can be good. Not everything has to be black and white.
The only thing that matters are the results. I prevented someone from dying. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter why. Even at the end of the day, it wasn't even a bad way of saving him. I cast Featherfall.
I never said that the way you saved him was bad. I'm saying he shouldn't have ended up there in the first place. He wasn't ready.
Ready. Unbelievable. No room in your worldview for mistakes. Good lord. Freaking hunt. Unbelievable. Are we going?
Yeah,
As Elliot,
I
doubles
guess.
pace again.
Hearing
oh
all
my
that,
god, slow down.
hearing all that, Karak's going to quickly have that activate subconsciously. So he's going to have just stones creeping up around him. Not trying his best
Beautiful.
not to freeze up right now.
Shockingly, for once, I agree with Elliot, and Nuzin matches pace with Elliot. We're like speed walking ahead of the rest of the group.
So as Karak kind of catches up to Lulin and Lyra, who are slowing down while the other two race off, Lyra and Lulin begin going even slower as they find themselves just suddenly walking on difficult terrain. And it really depends how long it takes Karak to get past you, how long you're going to be walking in it.
I feel like Karak is like, again, they are pulling up the rear because they are like they are like dragging their feet right now. Like these stones are weighing down on them right now.
Okay.
Whether they be emotional or physical.
All right. So the three of you in the back take a significantly longer time to get to the top of the mountain due to a generous helping of extra rocks in the ground. But Nuzin and Elliot, you hit the tree line and kind of break free of the tree line, and both the wind and the rain stops entirely. What's it called? The grow line? What's the the line on mountains at the top? It's just the tree line, right? No, there's a specific name for it.
I don't know if there's
We're going to call it the tree line.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a tree line.
But see, you guys still have some time to go before you reach the top of this ridge, but the rain and the wind have stopped.
See, they just needed to kick it into gear a little bit more and we'd have been out of there. Dude's like knocking the water off of her, kind of like off to the side and like...
And when the two of you look back, they're still a good, 2 miles down the mountain.
Jeez. This is gonna take forever.
I mean, what do we do about it? Nothing to be done.
Yeah.
What are we going to do when we get to the city?
Well, assuming that god really did what he said he did with our appearances, I should look like the guy you accidentally murdered. So that should be a boon to get us in. I'm assuming that maybe Spectra will be around to try and help out in some form. I think just being able to get eyes on it. I mean, maybe if we keep going up, we can kind of look down and see what we're dealing with, you know?
Yeah, I suppose. So we're still gonna trust Spectre then?
I mean, it's that or go it alone, really. At least he's got, I mean, he's had, or they, or whatever it is, have had eyes in the city for a while. It might be good for information, at least. I don't even know if they'll still, I mean, you know,
You
Lyra
think
and I
they'll
didn't,
recognize us now?
well, he knows that I'm not me, or I'm not whatever I appear to be.
That's true.
Because I'm dead. So I think that'll be a good, probably a good indicator
Hint?
for
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And that's, you know, all we really agreed to is to not get in each other's way. So hopefully they'll be able to get us a pass inside. I mean, we always have the roses, if nothing else. But
Down the hill, the other three of you are just slogging your way up. What are you talking about?
I think Luland would have casted Longstrider and all three of us.
Still taking. So you're now moving at a normal pace.
Yeah.
So what are y'all talking about?
Can we tell that Karak is doing this?
Actually, Karak would probably outpace you once you cast Longstrider on everyone, unless he is intentionally staying behind you.
I feel like Karak is having that moment. He's definitely staying behind. He's not intent. He just doesn't feel like he should, not ready for the hunt and all that. So he feels like he shouldn't be there.
Okay. Roll me Arcana. Actually, no. You're paranoid. You just assume it's one of these two doing it.
Is one of you is definitely making these rocks happen. So could you stop? Because I'm kind of falling over everywhere.
If I could, I would.
Okay.
Just be glad I'm moving and I'm not freezing up. Just be glad I'm not a stone right now.
Luland's gonna stop, bend down, and it's like, alright, hop on.
What?
Oh, for Lyra?
Okay, I was gonna say,
Or
like,
It was an offer to
yeah, Lyra.
Karak. Or it was just in
Who
general.
is it to?
Just in general. I don't think I didn't enunciate anybody.
someone hop on.
Yeah, somebody
I think
hop on.
Lyra's like waiting to see.
both of us being like, well, like Gret's just like, well, they've known you
I-
longer, and it's like, yeah,
if you
but like,
don't want to, I can, because I would like to. Do you want to? Should I?
just go on.
Lyra, you
Okay.
hear the
This is
wind
my
in your...
problem, not yours.
Lyra, you hear the wind in your ears. Are you gonna let him get on? What if they leave you behind like you left Nom?
God. Yeah, Lyra's getting on.
And Karak, all that you hear in the wind is, how dare they question you about your world? How dare they accuse you of these things when you're the only reason they're alive right now? If you wouldn't have told them the dagger storm was coming, they'd all be dead.
Technically just news of.
I'm actually.
And as these thoughts are like, as you hop on Luland's back, and Luland, you're hearing the same things, and these thoughts are going through your head, suddenly you break the tree line as well, where Newson and Elliot are presumably waiting? Or would they have
I think we
gone
would have
on?
kept going, but
I think
slowly.
we would have kept going. That's the energy. Like, we maybe not as fast, but like I think we would have kept going because that's the energy we're angry and we're working it out.
So Lyra, you
Look,
break
people are
out.
mad at Elliot, and he doesn't understand why.
Lyra,
He has no idea.
you break. So you guys break out of this rain, and the wind stops, but the paranoia persists. as you see, Lyra, your best friend and your girlfriend just abandoned you here to go up the mountain together.
Oh my god. I think that Lyra's like
The
Karak,
most unlikely pairing in this entire.
Karak,
Both
no,
Newson
she's
and
not
Elliot
just, like,
have a
I feel like regardless of how paranoid, she doesn't think that. But she is
Yeah.
like they both abandoned me. You know?
This
There's
this
a
thought
no
is
world.
impossible.
it's
Yeah.
less of the
No
they're gonna
world.
be together now, and more of the I can't believe she
leaving.
took his side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Karak, of
I'm
course they're going up the hill
always-
with. Of course they're going up the hill without you. It's your world. Why would they need you as a guide? Maybe they should learn their limits. Lulin, you can think whatever you want. You can just be as happy as a clam.
Yeah.
Let's just
Lulu-
chilling.
I'm actually going to give myself one level of exhaustion because casting spells, holding shield, and keeping mentality between people. I'm just going to give that to myself.
That's fair. That's fair.
As this is happening, Lillian pulls out like leftover fish, like little like fish bites, hands them to Lyra.
Not you when you're hungry.
Eat a fish
thanks-
bite.
we spent a lot
thanks,
of
Lulin.
energy going through that fucking hellhole.
Yeah.
Need to replenish some energy.
I
It's not-
can't
it's-
believe that Newson and Elliot would go on ahead of us. I'm the only reason they're friends. They would have killed each other if it wasn't for me.
That I agree with. However, we let the two hot-headed people.
How loud and exasperated do you say that?
So loud.
Because there's no trees anymore. Both of you roll me perception checks.
We're in an echoey area now. 16.
I'm gonna say that both of those are good enough to hear what Lyra just yelled at Lulin.
Wow,
And then-
she's petty.
Yeah, no kidding. I cannot believe this side of her. Why is she acting like that? Jeez.
I mean, it's classic Lyra, you know. She's outside of college, not a familiar spot, and she gets all defensive. She was no fun at any of the parties. Let me tell you, never take her to a party.
I mean, that's starting. I'm seeing that. Jeez.
You guys go to a party, somebody dies.
Usually one of Elliot's friends.
Listen,
You can't have
Lyra's making
that.
sure that your list of potential best friends is not a long list.
You can't replace her.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't believe she's upset that we are trying to actually get to our destination. You know, God forbid.
I know, right? God forbid we get out of this hellhole.
I know.
I never thought I'd hate a magical place so much.
Agreed.
All right, I'm assuming. Are you guys still just
What are you-
standing arguing right outside the rain store?
No, we're waiting up for Karak.
Yeah, true.
Like I'm following right behind, keeping pace, but not by much.
Lulu's gonna then like hand you some like fish. I know it's not warm, but it's at least dry and it's food. Replenish,
Mhm.
you know, some of your energy. That was a hell to walk through.
Mhm.
It'll be a bit easier. Don't mind the people up in front. We'll catch up with them eventually.
Ethereal Amy,
I-
thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
Whoa, what the
Let's
heck?
go.
Rosie's already on it. Karak, you're with the wind gone, you would be comfortable enough that your investiture would drop as well.
Okay. The stones just sort of
Yeah.
recede / drop / disappear as Karak just kind of takes a bit of a deeper breath.
Yeah. No paranoia is quite as extreme as Lyra's is right now.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
It's
Nugent's
okay.
yours is probably wearing off as well.
Okay.
It's okay. We'll get to them. The rough part's gone. The hard part's gone. We can at least stay dry. Or get dry. And I'll cook us up a nice dinner once we find stable ground.
Karak's just gonna take that one line that you just said, the little "it's okay, we'll catch up to him eventually," and that's just gonna be in his head for the rest of the session.
Fair
Because
enough.
I'll be honest, that is a good thing to be telling Karak right now.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you all head up the mountain. And we're just going to say, for the sake of description, that you all meet up towards the top of the ridge.
There's something that Elliot is going to bring up before the meetup, though.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Before they can catch up, Elliot's going to ask Newsen, are you worried that something's gotten to Lyra's head? She was kind of cagey about it back before we left. Do you remember?
I'm doing my part.
Oh yeah, when she was like, I can't say.
Real Amy, thanks for the
Yeah.
prime sub and the gifted.
Let's
Whoa.
go. That's so nice.
It was for the
You
dog,
think
wasn't
maybe
it?
It's always for the dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
Velkin. Maybe worse.
yeah.
Roarin.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Which one of us?
You.
Me. Okay.
You get a second shout out.
That is an 8.
Roll me 1d4.
Oh no. That's 4.
You flash back to it again as you take 4 psychic damage.
Oh jeez. I feel like that would be, I mean, with 4 psychic damage, that would be like a visible reaction. Like, you say Roran, and Newsen like freezes momentarily. And then it's like she has like a splitting migraine, basically, and kind of like leans back on one foot and sort of like grabs her head and is like, fuck. Ugh.
Are you okay? Do you know something I don't?
Yes.
And
Can I ask everybody but PT and Elliot to deafen?
Bye-bye, everyone.
It's my turn.
They're all deafened.
Elliot, you're gonna be pissed at me about this, but I talked to that god of fate, and they gave me a vision of the future, pronounced me like an oracle because of my getting in contact with my ancestors, and every time it was Lyra, and every time I look at Lyra I see it, or every time Roran is mentioned I feel it. Lyra, I think, is planning to give, or agreed to give, the items that we're searching for to Roran.
No.
I saw it. It's
She wouldn't she wouldn't betray us like that.
believe me, I wouldn't I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. But I mean, it was a vision given to me, and he was the god was like things. Sometimes you can cause things to happen by trying to stop them, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. But I mean, she wouldn't tell us what it was, and then I get a vision of the future of her giving, the blackthorn sword and stuff like that, the lantern, everything that we were told to go after directly to Roran. And I
Why
mean,
would she do that? After all he's done to us,
I don't know. I don't know if it's to protect us. There was no context. It was just her handing it all over, and none of us were there. So, but I mean, if I don't know what will happen to her if we try and intercede, because we don't know what Roran has said or done to her in her head. But I have to assume that it's something like that. I am hoping beyond all hope that it is something that she's obligated to do and not something that she is trying to do for some reason. But I don't know.
I don't know what to do with this.
Well, you and me both, buddy. But
We can't let her know if we find any artifacts.
exactly.
Hey,
It's
Sky
gotta
got a
be-
sub. Thanks, anonymous gifter.
Let's go. I mean, I thought the same thing. I mean, we can try and keep them from her. Keep it like. I mean, you're the one with the bag of holding. If she doesn't know that they're in there, she can't give them away, right?
It's true. I mean, even that, sketchy umbrella I maybe hid away for a while.
Fair enough. I was wondering what happened to that, but...
Well, she asked me to put it away. I noticed that it was a bit odd, and decided not for her to give it back.
Thank you
Just
for the
don't get it
prime
back out.
sub and the hype train.
Hype? Get
Let's
hyped?
go.
This is my karma for starting one on Sky's stream.
It's true.
Also, for the record, I didn't know that this is what that was about. I was just trying to stir shit up.
It ended up so much better.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You see that they're
Can
only a minute away.
So
well, I guess this should stay between us.
yeah, I think that's for the best. I don't think we should tell anyone else right now.
I might investigate how to be resilient to the Kalstar effects. But it's a pretty well researched thing in our noble line, so
I'm doing my part.
I should be able to find the resources I need if I talk to my brother or my uncle.
All right. You just let me know if you need anything from me or any help. And
Sounds
I'll
good.
do what I can. All right.
All right. And while they're undeafening, Doppio? I'm gonna go with the Doppio. There is a Furbolg in the party. It's Karak.
Hello.
Yeah.
That was a very violent sneeze. Lara!
Was. She's not looking at the screen. She's
I
typing.
know! All right, so
There she is.
you all come up the hill as Lyra. You see Elliot and Newson like close in together, having a conversation with each other. And as you get up to the top of the hill, they stop.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry.
Glad you all caught up.
Mhm.
Glad you waited for us.
Newson and Karak, the effects have worn off for you now.
Well, you know, like we did say, it would be better outside of the rain and the wind, and I think it is definitely better out here.
I agree.
Mhm.
Whatever you say. What were you guys talking about?
Well,
What do you mean? I'm just
Well,
waiting
you
for you
just
guys
went
shooting the shit.
silent right as I walked up. Yeah.
The conversation reached its natural end.
yeah, we were just fighting like we normally do.
You can roll me
I
deception
do find that
versus
believable.
Okay, that works.
I was just giving Elliot shit because he has to take 2 paces for my every 1 pace, obviously.
I'm sorry, I'm not a freak. All right,
Just simply get taller.
I tried.
Surely magic can do something about that.
I mean, no.
All
And
right.
that was where the conversation ended.
Mm.
All right. All of you make your way up the rocky ridge. And as you do so, the air grows thick with a pungent, acrid scent that bites at your nose and the back of your throat.
Ugh.
As you come over the ridge, a dull orange glow becomes more vibrant, and you see that it's casting flickering shadows on the jagged obsidian cliffs that surround this caldera. You can feel the intense heat emanating from below, even at the distance you're at. And as you reach the ridge's peak, stretching out into the horizon is a vast circular expanse, a natural amphitheater of fire and stone. You have entered Umbrion's hold. In the center of this molten abyss, there stands a city unlike anything any of you but Karak have ever seen. It's a marvel of black stone and iron built up on a series of interconnected islands that seem to float upon the liquid magma. Bridges and walkways crisscross the lake, and you see a new island with what you recognize as Ohans built upon it. The city itself is a testament to the defiance of the people that seem to live there. Its architecture is in striking contrast to the fiery landscape surrounding it. Angular towers and dome structures rise out of the magma itself, constructed on of what seem to be incredibly dark stones quarried from the walls of the caldera itself. On each of the islands, massive walls encircle the towns, adorned with arrow slits and watchtowers that loom high above the landscape surrounding it. And on them you can make out figures, clad in white robes with tinges of red, amongst other things. Elliot, you recognize this as the city that you saw when you tried to look at Ohans with your true sight. But without the backdrop of the peaceful lake coast, you see it for what it truly is. And as you're all standing there, the ground beneath you trembles slightly as you see a plume of sulfurous gas rise from a visor with a deafening roar, sending fumes rocketing into the sky. And leading down the hill is a very narrow, singular path.
So that's a trap, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, only one way in. Never a good sign.
Lulin is shaking in his boots. If he had boots. He doesn't. He has
Shaking in his
hooves.
hooves,
Shaking in his hooves.
as we tend to do.
Shaking in his horseshoes.
Yes. Shaking in my horseshoes. Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Doesn't matter where we're ready. We only have one way to go.
I don't want to go on the thing.
At least it's not going to be a family reunion for you.
True.
I don't want to fall in. I mean the first thing. Like I don't want to go on that little path.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let me think of some options for us. Lyra's gonna start flipping through her spell book here. I mean,
I mean, none of us should look like ourselves right now.
So Lulin's going to, like, cock his head. Fuck you mean?
Oh yeah, you
wait,
want to wait
what
for
are you
that.
talking about?
Lulin, like, looks at his hands. Like, you want
hold on.
something, Newsom.
One sec, I
No.
got this. And Karak's gonna pull out his little silver mirror that he's got, and he's just gonna
Oh,
show the people
perfect.
who were asleep. That they look
Lulin,
different.
if you were trying to disguise yourself, what would you look like? From the
Lulin?
basest parts of Lulin's subconscious.
Probably a Furbolg or a student that he had.
Well, which
If it's
one?
in the
Well, which
spirit
one are you
world,
gonna go with? Because it could have consequences.
Um,
The Furbolg.
a student.
Okay, I need you to come up with a name for that student and message it to me.
Cool.
And a description.
Yep. Right now, tell us what you see when you look into the silver mirror.
It's gonna be another Minotaur. Straight pointed horns, not like pointed up, but like straight pointed
Out.
facing the eyes. Yeah, facing the snoot. Jet black fur, like slick jet black hair. Like antagonist from like the Karate Kid. Straight up him, like lean, kind of muscular. I would say how Lulin has like mutton chops. He's fairly like clean shaven. Maybe has like a little bit of like a goatee or something.
Little bit younger.
Yeah,
The dad bod is gone.
but like 80s like jet black greaser hairstyle.
Okay, so we're going real tunnel snakes rule here.
Yes.
Okay. And that is what you see when you look into the silver mirror.
Oh, what the fuck? Why? Lulin's
Had to
gonna
make
like
sure we couldn't be
widen
seen.
his eyes. Why am I Nos?
I don't know who that is, but
Lulin's
We
gonna
did-
look at Newsen. Why am I Nos?
Nah, Swift body, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking weird. I ain't seen that guy in a long time. God.
Can Lyra look in the little mirror too?
Yeah,
Sure,
you can
just
look
gonna,
at it.
Gonna pivot it over
Okay,
to where you are.
So
What do you look
She's-
like?
okay, so Lyra is kind of just it's like her with a hat and a mustache, but her
Thank
name is
God.
Arl.
Hi, I'm Davy.
It's just
No,
you
it's
with
Arl.
a hat and a
It's
mustache.
Yeah.
Incredibly
that's-
powerful.
You're confident with that.
I feel like Lyra just doesn't think about, like, in her deepest soul, she doesn't really think about disguising herself that much. And the most
That's the
informative
platonic,
disguise-
like, that's like the plutonic, like, baseline for, like, imagining a disguise. It's just like, yeah, it hides your face and it makes it so people can't tell who you are, which, you know.
Yeah.
Hat and a mustache.
You just have Groucho Marx glasses and a top hat. Just like,
you go from Lyra to Larry.
Yeah. I don't know if it, whatever you did, I don't know if it works, you guys.
I mean,
I have
in
a
your
mustache.
defense, Karak was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna look like a Fearbolg, but like a commoner Fearbolg. That's all I'm going for. Because he already
I
kind of blends
crying.
into this world. He doesn't need to do much.
I look like well, she kind of like turns the mirror towards her, and you
Mhm.
see the reflection is of the guy that Elliot accidentally murdered.
Oh, that's useful.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. Are we worried about mine? I feel like I wasn't really awake to choose, so
We just
it
want,
should be fine, right?
I mean, it means that when we come in, they're not gonna know it's us.
Lula's just gonna look at you. He's just gonna like put like a little dirt on your cheeks.
Good. Sounds good.
Now I think you pull it off.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'm Arl.
So
I'm a guy.
so first question, why?
Arl, a guy.
Second question, how?
Well, the why is very easy. We're going into a place that is not exactly the best for. I wouldn't be. What was the why again? I thought I knew the why, and then I realized I didn't. Newson, I feel like you were kind of the negotiator during that.
The why and the how are kind of the same, which is that last night while me and Karak were on watch, we were talking, and
talking.
apparently,
And talking.
yeah,
And
Karak's a little is so apparently when I contact my ancestors in this world, it sets off a little notification bell for the god of fate, and they like the cut of my jib, so they came to interfere, and this was a boon that they gave to the group because I told a good story.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
They felt it best that we not be noticeable here.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
So circling back around to my my disguise, are we like, is this enough different, do we think?
I mean, they just kind of did it. I
Should
didn't really
be
think about
fine.
mine, so
I didn't think
Yeah.
about mine either.
I was already planning to disguise myself as this guy, so I think that's why I ended up looking like this. And, you know.
And now we have a problem of me just looking like another Minotaur who I haven't seen more so over a decade.
Yeah, but like, you know, he was always kind of a moody bitch. You could probably just be quiet and, you know, you could brood.
people
Really-
say a lot.
Newson, roll me a
honestly, it
history
might be a
check
good
just to
tool.
see how accurate that was, or if that was just Newson's perception of him.
Oh, it was definitely Newson's perception.
I'm also gonna roll a history check.
That was 8.
Yeah, he was a moody bitch, Newson.
Yeah, he was a moody bitch and you could just brood.
Lulin, he was one of the, like, happiest, like, first to jump in a task Minotaurs that you've ever trained. Like, the man had no quit, was always smiled.
I don't know about that one, Newson.
Nah, he was definitely like that. I remember.
Luna's gonna like narrow his eyes at you.
I mean, you
It's
could
just
just
somebody's
take your
upset
pick. I
because they
mean,
missed out 3 months of not being best students. And he's
Look.
gonna like cross his arms and huff away.
Oh, that guy had nothing on me, okay? It was only because I twisted my ankle, okay?
I believe that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, Elliot.
thanks
No
for
problem.
believing in me
Thanks
that
for
I could
believing-
break my ankle.
You know what, Elliot, for that comment, you're not getting best student this month either.
Who gets best student?
I didn't know we were picking best students each month.
I'll be honest. I didn't even know that anyone was
There's
in the. I
a
didn't.
list on our fridge at home with everybody's names
We
and
have a
gold
fridge?
stars.
I'm not. I wanted to make the joke. What's a fridge? But I feel like we should at least have that.
Did Nom get dropped
It's like an
down for getting
icebox.
lost on the field trip?
He didn't stick with his buddy. His buddy also got a demerit, though.
Sorry, Lyra.
Oh.
All right. So, are we not going down this narrow path? Have we decided? Are you still scared?
I mean,
I
unless
promise
you got...
this is not the part that I planned to kill you. We can just go down the path. It'll
Look,
be
I think
okay.
it should be
promise.
It should be fine if Lulin or Nas and I walk shoulder to shoulder, and Lyra, you just kind of stay in the back, out of direct line of sight. It'll probably be fine. We don't even know if anybody here knows what you look like.
Yeah.
It's not
that
like
sounds good.
it's not like any of the minotaurs from
Yeah, they don't know. me.
Ohans know what you look like.
Right.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
never been there, and they
Well-
weren't around in Olfast, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It'll be
It'll be
fine.
fine. I'm not worried about it. Let's go.
Yeah, Lulin's gonna shape Earth like if there's stairs, he's gonna make them to like better stairs.
There's
And if there's
not.
not stairs, he's gonna make stairs.
Oh,
When he's gonna make stairs when needed.
Making it safer
okay.
to walk down.
Yes.
Well, that's going to be kind of funny because as you guys get about halfway down, you see a guy with a cart coming up the other way.
Oh
That's
no!
rough, buddy.
Oh no!
Oh, hello, travelers. This kind of furball like plants the cart down and like stands up and like takes off the straw hat and wipes their head.
We didn't make stairs.
Excuse? No, you didn't have to make stairs. There's never been stairs on this.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Roll me a
There
deception
are,
check.
however,
No, roll me a deception check.
Can I just?
Can I-
I think can I have
We
disadvantage
didn't.
or like double this?
You can just fail.
Yeah, I feel like she fails. Like
To be fair, if you would like, I could help you with that. Be like, yeah, no. I mean,
You
there
You-
are stairs behind us, but we didn't make them.
we didn't make the stairs.
well, there's no
It's like you
stairs
must have
that
to take this
stop
path every
where
day. It must
we
be. It
are.
must be
there's,
dreadful.
there's no stairs any further down either. What about that guy?
That's one.
As he points to
Wonderful,
Lou and he goes,
wonderful.
I thought he was casting magic as I came up here.
No, I don't think so. Nas doesn't know magic.
I'm trying to learn and I ain't fucking good at it.
Have you
Look at
been
this
practicing by making stairs?
No.
Definitely can't learn magic by making stairs.
No way.
Most
That
of
is
the time
very-
he's just pouting, you know?
You know how hard it is going to be to get a cart upstairs.
I don't know how to make stairs.
It's it must be a grueling task doing this every day.
It's going to be a lot more grueling if there's stairs up top now.
What are you even going up there for with a cart?
They got stuff to bring back down in the cart.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but there was a giant dagger storm over that way.
So I can
everything
get
is destroyed.
fertilizer up there.
No.
I don't know. I've been farming a long time.
Yeah, I don't think you're right.
I don't think you're right.
Well, we're gonna have to get someone up here to fix all the stairs. As he kind of like,
Well, good luck with that.
as he kind of like turns the cart around, he goes, "Do you guys want to ride into town?"
That's so nice. Oh, you guys, I feel so bad for gaslighting him.
I mean, we could walk with you. I wouldn't want to burden you anymore.
You already have to go back down. It wouldn't be
Anymore.
right.
Yeah, well, I would have never given you a ride anyways after you lied about making stairs. As he hops onto the front of the cart and literally begins riding it down the path at breakneck speeds.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, now I feel like I have to catch up and get in the cart.
Are you sure you want to
We
do
just can't
that?
decide whether we're going in or
If you
out of the
didn't do
cart.
that in a city we don't know anything about.
No, I am not going to chase that man down.
Knowing my uncles, that's probably at least 5 felonies.
Wait, it'd be a felony to ride a cart down this?
Is it a felony to
What kind of-
make
what kind-
stairs?
What kind
Probably.
of laws were they passing?
As you guys are talking about this, you make it about another half hour where you find the wheel of a cart laying on the side of the road, and there's just broken pieces of wood around a rock on the front of on the turn on the path.
Oh no.
I have an
Shouldn't have run
important
so
question.
fast.
Ooh.
Lulin, are you still making stairs?
The entire way down.
Lulu would have stopped. Lulu would have stopped making
Oh.
stairs.
Uh-oh.
We don't want to run to a second cart driver and have to explain that.
I will say exactly what I said to this one.
Not
We
us.
didn't make stairs.
We would never make a stair. Not a single one in our lives.
Did you want me to continue making stairs?
No. We
No.
don't need any more stairs.
I've been trying to cast Frostbite, but I ain't too good at my magics.
We know, Nas.
This just sounds like a teacher
Yeah.
at making impressions of their students.
Hey.
Like, "Ooh, look at me! I could totally do this
Yeah.
in 3 days."
Great.
Even though it
Roll
took everyone
initiative.
else 5.
Oh, it's just
What are you,
Flam.
some kind of wise guy?
We can fight off Flam's fleas without initiative. Welcome
Oh,
in, Raiders.
Oh,
I
Wow,
cast Forward
brutal.
Ball. I don't care how big the room is.
I cast Rat Swarm. Fight my minions.
fight! Oh no, the fleas! They're eating good tonight.
They
I
are
cast,
eating good tonight.
bestow curse on the fleas.
They're already cursed. They're fleas.
I embrace them.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all continue.
I wonder why we're killing all the fleas. They're a natural
You
part
all
of the
continue
ecosystem.
down the. I mean, are any of you guys stopping to check where it looks like this cart went off the edge?
Mm,
Yeah, of course.
do we hear?
Why not? I do know that
That
this guy
cart
stepped away,
It was
so
probably valuable.
might be a good idea to investigate
Lulu-
this while we can.
Nas has the wheel.
So you guys look over the edge and you see this cart still in the process of falling down this like 3-mile ridgeway.
Oh God.
Is the guy like dead?
You can't see the guy.
Oof.
Huh.
I don't. That was
Elliot's
my fault,
gonna like
right?
look a little bit over the nearest edge and go, "Hey, buddy, you there?"
Pull me up.
Elliot will reach down.
You just feel a hand grasp yours.
He's gonna pull him up.
You pull him up and you see that on his head he has like a 1920s flight helmet with goggles. And he just pulls out a notebook and starts making notes, and you see like the words turn radius and overkilt.
Does he have the magic scarf?
No, he does not have a scarf.
It is very hot here. I doubt a scarf would be useful.
All right. Well, I didn't get to start out. I didn't want to get to start out as high as I wanted to because somebody put stairs in.
I don't know how to make stairs. Okay? I don't know what
yeah.
you want from me.
Can I have that wheel back, please?
I was gonna give it to you, yeah.
That's good. If the insurance company finds any part of the wagon, I don't get my claim, as he tosses it off the cliff behind him.
Oh. Smart.
Anyways, I'm
You know,
gonna
I
go
was a
try
lawyer
and...
once.
You were a
Back it
lawyer
up.
once.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Okay, maybe you can give your friend some legal advice about the stairs, because that was definitely a crime.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, we didn't do that though, so.
According to which legal code?
Umbria owns. He makes the rules as he goes. But I know he doesn't like stairs on his mountain.
What do you know about stairs?
I should have just
I mean,
gone
he
over
knows
with
they
the
shouldn't be on the
goddamn
mountain.
wagon.
What's really the definition of
Yeah,
a
I mean-
stair?
You know
Well,
what?
hold up, guys. Hold up,
I
guys.
think you
all I'm
all
saying
are gonna
is
do
we didn't see
great.
nothing about a cot, all right? And you didn't see nothing about any stairs.
I think that you all are gonna do great in the city.
Can I roll insight on that?
Thanks.
Sure.
I need to know if they're being sarcastic or not.
Oh,
Because I can't
100%.
tell.
100%. The DC was a 2. They were being so sarcastic.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, get on with yous. I'm gonna go try and fix these stairs.
I wish you luck.
See ya.
We'll be sure to tell the insurance agency hello for
Yeah, I'll invoice you. What'd you say your name was? Nas, I'll invoice you for the cart.
I don't think it had anything to do with the cart. And also, it didn't look like street legal to me.
Whatever you
Yeah,
say.
where's
I
your
think
speedometer?
you're-
Whatever
you
There's
you
a lot of aftermarket pots.
My client has the right to remain silent.
Whatever
We will be
you
leaving.
say, stairs, boy.
Lou's gonna point at like a speed limit sign.
There's no speed limit sign on the side of this mountain.
But
The
more
lawyer
you
will
talk-
prestidigitate one into the wall.
the more you talk, the worse this gets. This interview is over. And
Yeah,
just
yeah,
starts
yeah.
trying
Say
to
what-
lead us away.
Say what you will, lawyer. Get out of here.
You ain't never gonna come first in your race, you loser.
Oh my god.
Lou's gonna go on.
No, I won't be, because I can't get enough speed, because as he's walking up the hill, because somebody put stairs on the goddamn mountain.
It ain't my fault.
If
you
it
can't
was
turn
going any
shit.
faster, your brain would be a pancake.
If I'd started at the top, I would have had the turns memorized.
Have you heard of something called brakes? Give you
Cow.
brake points.
Bold words from a guy who needs stairs to get down a path.
I'm going to have such a hard time defending this client. They won't shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you in court, or you can pay the invoice on the cot.
Just so you know, I get billed by the hour. Just keeps on going.
So you guys head down the rest of this mountain. And you begin making your way across the lava plains as you see the smoke rise above you and all that. And the closer you get, the more there's people going in and out. So there actually seems to be around the edges of the caldera towns that are like active mining towns. And they're made up of mostly it's like 90% furbolgs and minotaurs. As you get to the main city, this massive gate towards the only landmass that reaches out into the middle of this lake is just closed before you with guards in front of it. And the guards are minotaurs and furbolgs, but they're not wearing the kind of robes that you saw earlier. They're wearing what is very, like, much more clearly plate armor. These are much more clearly soldiers than they are clergy. Even to the point where the minotaurs seem to have helmets that lock in around their horns and their mouths, and seem to be riveted shut. As you approach a furbolg dressed in a lighter version of the armor, and notably with nothing on their head, walks out walks out and looks at you all. Welcome to the city. Do you have anything to declare? You here to pay your tariffs. Taxes to the crown. I don't know if you've heard, we've got a whole new city that we're trying to get walls up around to make it fireproof. So, it's a bit of a financial investment.
Sure.
All right, how much gold are you bringing into the city?
Ellie just sort of like looks at the party. As far as like our personal funds or as tax?
Well, as you know, the gate fee is 10% of what you have on you, unless you are carrying an ambassador's note from one god or another.
Oh, we have one of those, right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty sure.
You
It's
seem
Nissa.
awfully confused about whether
Cop
you
that.
have one, which confuses me for an ambassador, but I'd like to see the token you brought with you.
It's been a rather strange journey. Well, present it to them.
Newson pulls out the she gave us roses, weren't they? I'm pretty sure it was roses.
She gave
was
you
like
a
a glass
flower
flower.
made of stained glass.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't a
Mhm.
rose specifically, just a flower. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my white lady.
That's right. Your white lady is roses. I just keep calling her the white lady, so it's getting mixed up in my brain. So yeah, Newsom pulls out the flower and presents it.
He takes a flower, and as he takes it, he holds it out and he sets it in a spot on the wall, and you watch as it dissolves back into magic. All right, your token from the Lady Nissa appears to be real. We'll get the gates open, and you all have a wonderful, safe time in Umbreon's hold. Please conduct your business, and then feel free to see yourselves out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
If you are here to see one of the other gods within the city, you'll be able to find assistance for that at any of the god posts throughout the city.
Great. Thanks for your help.
Of course. Have a wonderful day. Long live the flame. As he waves you all by and goes to the next group.
Long live the flame.
As you get to the gate, one of the Minotaurs on either side of the gate reach out and swing what appear to be large, warhammers, but they hit these two bells on either side of the gate as you hear the sound of chains being pulled and a whip on the other side as the gate begins to slowly swing open. And you see the bustling city beyond.
Could we see where those that whip noise and stuff like that is coming from?
You look to the right of the gate where you heard the whip noise, and you see a minotaur whipping a very large bear that is strapped up and pulling the chains.
Is that our bear?
It does look like Gazpacho.
Karak is immediately just hates what he is seeing right now.
At the sound of the whipping, I think Lillian just grabs Newson's hand.
Yeah. Newson's gonna squeeze the hand for a second and then lift the arm and put it on the shoulder so that it doesn't seem quite so familiar because we are not ourselves. And just kind of gives you a reassuring squeeze and pat. And I know I'm portraying somebody that has some level of power here, is it of note within the secondary city at least, but I don't know anything about what he but it's minotaurs that are whipping the bear.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the same guys that are in the weirdly riveted closed helmets.
They are.
Okay. And
Which you see other minotaurs in armor throughout the city. It seems like these guys are only around the walls.
Okay.
And they're much more heavily armored. Like, the ones in the city are wearing, like, chainmail.
Yeah, like normal.
Yeah, like
stuff.
normal armor.
So this guy probably didn't work the walls. Because he didn't have anything like that. I don't know if there's anything I could do for Gazpacho right now.
I think Lulin, once Lulin comes down, Lil Gazpacho is just gonna have to be something we get a hold of after we get the situation done.
Yeah.
We can't immediately blow our cover. As much as we love Gazpacho, we have to get shit done first. But we will get everybody out.
You're good.
You're just gonna have to hang on a little longer.
All right, soldiers. So, gentlemen at the fronts didn't do a great way of pointing to the directions. You mind, hey, and he's gonna hey, sirs,
The Minotaur...
we've been through hills and backs.
The Minotaurs are entirely ignoring you.
Damn, where's the hospitalities around here? Just trying to figure out where the hell we need to go.
As you're doing this, you watch as Gazpacho, as they tell him to start closing the gate again, which it seems like they're doing in between each person to come in.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of begins backing up, and you watch as he's backing up as he leans down, sniffs the ground, and looks up at you.
Lulin's just gonna as he's snapping his hands and trying to get somebody's attention, he's gonna look at Gazpacho, lower his hand. He's just gonna lower his hand and then bring a finger up to his lips. And then he's gonna go immediately back to what he was doing. Man, the hospitalities around here is not that great. I heard so many great things about this city. Where's the hospitalities, you know?
PT, can I see where can I see where he's hooked up to this? Is it just one point of
So it seems like they have him in a harness with several different points of contact from the chains.
Okay. Are they is it heavily locked in, or is it more that they're
No,
trying...
it's pretty clear that he's being locked into this position. They're bolted, welded on to this harness that he's wearing.
Welded on. Okay. Hold on, let me look at something really quick.
The more you look over this, the more it becomes clear that when they put him in this, they intended for him to die in this.
Yeah.
I should probably look at chat. I'm sure someone's mad about what I'm doing to Gazpacho.
I am.
Yeah.
Rock definitely is. He doesn't even know Gazpacho.
Out of character, Gazpacho.
Oh,
The
Okay.
internet did not want you to tell people
Internet.
about
yeah.
Gazpacho.
The
It's like,
internet did
no,
not like
keep
that.
him in character.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. But
I'll be real, every time you've said Gazpacho, I just think of that one character from Chowder.
Yes.
That's fair.
I don't know how my brain never made that connection.
Really?
really? Aw.
Like,
I'm
I've
pretty
just
sure that
been
was the
sitting here and
connection
every
whenever he
time
was
you're like,
playing.
and Gazpacho is there, and I'm like, what?
All
Oh,
right.
The bear.
So you all continue into the city. And so and it seems like as soon as you cross a certain threshold away from the wall, Lulin, somebody immediately, a Furbolg is right there, just, yes, welcome to the city. Sorry if they didn't explain things
one of my compatriots, he has had a invitation, and we're supposed to bring something to somebody, and they just weren't as descriptive as they could have been. I understand it's a long work day working in this heat. I get it. I understand.
Oh, of course.
I'm just looking for a bit more hospitalities around, you know.
What were they meant to bring? Or I suppose who gave you the invitation? What were you supposed to bring? Who are you here to meet with?
We're needing to head back to the new city. We got sent out to look for this tower, this crazy little bird or something, out into the wilds, and
Of course, they'd send us the new guys after fairy tales.
yeah, we were out walking for ages.
I won't be surprised if somebody wants to speak with you soon, though. Nobody else who's gone looking for that tower's come back.
Well, yeah.
Based on the stories they've told me, they were very, very lucky.
Seems that way.
Can I lead you to a particular god?
If you could just point us in the direction of, ideally the quickest way back. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little let me tell you, it was, we had to, take cover from a dagger storm. I'm just a little disoriented on our way back in.
I'm surprised we lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you've all been through quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. It's been, the elements have not been kind to, newcomers, so if you could just point us back in the direction of, closest entrance to the new city, and we'll be on our way.
Yes, of course. So, you're going to head down about 4 blocks. Is somebody going to write this down?
Yeah, I got this. Yeah, we got you.
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic. You're going to head down about 4 blocks. You're going to make a left right after the Obsidian Forge Armory. From there, it's about 10 blocks on. On your left, you'll see the Sulphur Song, and on the right, you'll see the Lava Lounge. Both fantastic inns if you need to stop. What's your whistle on the way? You know, if you haven't had much water recently, you're really going to need some down here.
Yeah.
And then once you're done in whichever establishment you choose to go into, you're going to take a right, and you're going to go down. There's not really blocks in that part of the city as it's towards the edges, until you see the Sulphur's Embrace Apothecary, and if you turn left there, you should see the gate to the new town.
Great.
Wait. You said, okay. Sorry. One more time.
Yes,
Wait,
so you're going to go 4 blocks, you're going to turn left
4
at the
blocks.
Obsidian Forge Armory, you're going to go 10 blocks after that, and you're going to make a right after you've gone into either the Sulphur Song or the Lava Lounge. Then you're going to go on for, there's not really 8 blocks, but there's not really blocks, but you're going to go down until you see, on the other side of the road, the Sulphur's Embrace Apothecary, at which point you're going to turn left, and you should be able to see the gate from there. I can go through it one more time if you need me to.
Yeah, because I think you switched the wait, because before the second to last direction was right until Sulphur's Embrace. So we take a right at the Silver Song or Lava Lawn.
Yes, correct.
And then a left at the Sulphur's Embrace.
Do you perhaps mean a left at yes, the apothecary? Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's two sulfurs in there. It's a very common name throughout the city.
Yeah, I bet. It makes
Definitely
sense.
is fitting.
Okay, yeah. One more time. So we go 4 blocks left at Obsidian Forge.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you're going to go 10 blocks, at which point the Sulphur Song will be on your left, and the Lava Lounge will be on your right. You can, if you choose not to go in there, you can make a right, and then you're going to go down until you see the Sulphur's Embrace Apothecary and make a left.
Okay, I think I got it.
And out of those 2 inns, which one's your personal favorites?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. And he pulls out a card that says advertisement for your business, and he goes, I personally cannot make a recommendation, but they both pay very handsomely.
You know what? I'll take that. Thank you very much. And any restaurants that like aren't from the two winds? None of us has had a good hot meal in a while.
I mean, I suppose if do you have your notes
Yeah,
out again? Fantastic.
gotcha.
So if you go to the Obsidian Forge and you make a left, just like I said, just like we were earlier, you're going to go down about 6 blocks and you're going to make a right at the Molten Jewel Emporium. From there, it's going to be another 3 blocks on, and you'll find the Ember Hut. It's one of the finest eating establishments in the city.
Got it. Thank you very much, sir. And how can I address you?
Oh, no. I'm just more than happy to have helped you.
Well, you know what? You've been trained very well. You've shown great hospitality. I can't thank you enough.
Well, it is part of the advertisement business.
Well, I greatly appreciate yours. Thank you very much.
No
Can I
problem.
Enjoy the
offer
rest
a
of your days.
suggestion? Can I offer a quick suggestion?
Well, of course.
Maybe if you print a couple maps, it might be a little easier, instead of having to like repeat the direction 4 times.
It
But
would be nice to have
just
maps
a
of each of the
suggestion.
cities.
Oh,
And
no,
Yeah.
Karak just pulls out his map, just like looking at it, just like, yeah, it'd be nice just to have some.
Like that! Would you point it out on the map just in case we got some of those directions?
I mean, this is a world map. It'd be very
Oh.
hard to, it'd be very
Oh,
difficult
sorry,
to.
I thought you had a map of this place. Sorry.
No. It'd be
But yeah,
very.
just
I wouldn't expect paper. Actually, I should probably put this away. I don't expect
Yeah,
paper to
But
last long
for
here.
like tourism and stuff, if you have like a map that like points out these restaurants,
Maybe have like a fireproof enchantment on it or something.
yeah.
well, if you think you can afford fireproof enchantments, you're more than welcome to start that business on your own. For me, I'll stick to the cards and just advertising businesses. Seems like you know how to get where you want to go.
Yeah, I think we did get it, yeah. So
You didn't need a map then.
Absolutely appreciate it. And if we do make
I,
that
for
business,
one,
you know
choose
who to go to.
I, for one, choose to believe in the intelligence of the people who frequent our fair town.
okay.
Anyways,
Well,
you all have
we
a
do-
wonderful day. On to the next one. As you see, he runs up to somebody who just came through the gate. Sir, what can I help you find today?
Well, shall we go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you continue down the street as you're looking, and there's like carts for food all over the street, and you see like there's a couple ogres walking around, a couple giants, a lot of furbolgs and minotaurs, and a few humans scattered throughout. But I'd say in the 4 blocks you walked, you probably saw about 800 minotaurs and about 12 people. And you see on your left the Obsidian Forge Armory. It looks like it's a place where lava is bubbling straight up out of the floor of the shop as they're using it to smelt with. And you can choose to take a left, go straight, or go right.
I hope we have it written down exactly as we had it.
Pretty sure Lyra wrote it down for us.
Yeah, I got it.
So which way we
So
go?
the very first thing is that we are going to go 4 blocks, and then we go left at the Obsidian Forge. And then, do we want to visit the restaurant or no?
I
Anybody?
don't particularly want to eat
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, then
Not
then
that
we go
hungry.
10 blocks after that.
Where's the paranoia,
until we-
Lyra?
Oh fuck, I forgot. Okay. I mean, these are probably wrong because I think he sent us the wrong way. But if you want to know the exact information, I did spend a lot of time writing that down. So
Hey, we could compare the notes, and then like Lulin didn't write names, but he instead wrote lines in the directions of what he was going. So if he said 4 blocks, he would draw a line with the number 4, a right line 11, and then he would just diverge off of that. Just a very simple map. Hey, with your notes, I can write the names down on this areas, and we have a very basic shrewd map of these 4 streets.
All right.
I mean, if
we'll
you
be
even
pretty
told
good
us
on
the
these
right
4
way,
streets.
Yeah.
So you all.
But like this is assuming he told us the right way to go.
Why would he lie to us?
Oh,
His
he has
job
no
is to
reason
tell us the
lie to
truth,
us.
to get to a business that he is paying him to get us there.
Yeah.
Well, now that I think about it, what if someone is paying them to say that about those places and then get them lost?
Mhm.
So that way they
Well,
end up
then
Lost
at a
to
different
where?
place.
We wouldn't be any
That's
why
more
would they want
lost
to
than
get
we'd
them lost?
already be, so we might as well go.
Maybe they
the direction
recognized
told
us. What
Well,
if we went left instead of or right?
It seems
instead of
like if
left?
they recognized us, they just put us in chains or in a dungeon or something. I don't think they'd fuck around with us wandering through the city.
Can you
So,
take a second? Just the mental image of Lyra being like, what if they recognize us? Meanwhile, their disguise is just a mustache,
a mustache and a
glasses.
hat.
What if they recognized us?
Yeah.
I-
So
had to
anyway,
be
this is what
point.
my notes say. It says we go 4 blocks left at the Obsidian Forge, and then 10 blocks, and then right at Silver Song or Lava Long. Like we can choose to go to a bar, and then we go right. And then we go left at Sulphur's Embrace, and then we're at the gates.
So it
So-
is the Sulphur's Song.
Oh, I thought it said Silver Song. Okay,
No,
Sulphur's
Sulphur's Song and the Lava Lounge.
Song. Well, okay. Look, it's close enough.
Listen, alliteration makes naming things very easy.
It really does.
So you turn left and you head down, and you after a couple blocks, you see coming up on your left a sign for the Molten Jewel Emporium.
Oh, he said that in the second. I do apologize. I could not follow.
It's fine. We only turn here if we want to go to the restaurant. We're
Okay.
going. We just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm much better with natural landmarks and not.
Yeah.
So you all push onwards for the remaining 4 blocks, and you see on the left is the Sulphur's Song, which looks to be an open-air bar that has hot springs in it. And on the right is the Lava Lounge, which appears to be an open-air bar that has hot springs in it. And out front, in front of either one of these bars, are Furbolg sign spinners who are just going hard trying to outdo each other.
Wow. Look at that. Okay, so we need to make a right now.
Yeah.
So as you make a right, the street very clearly gets narrower. Like, you're going through less of a street, so to speak, and more of like an alleyway that people use for travel frequently. Like, it's just the most convenient spot, so people travel it a lot. But it gets narrower and narrower, and there's stopped being street signs, and you can't really see... Like, every once in a while, there's a street branching off to your left, or you essentially cross a larger street. But eventually, you're crossing the street, and you see a symbol on the thing that looks like 2 hands cupping smoke, but there's no direct sign that says it's the Sulphur's Embrace. But I'm also presuming that as you guys are crossing streets, just to be sure, people are looking to the left for a gate.
Yes. Presumably.
Yeah.
Newson
Yep.
is focused on getting to the destination, so she's
All right.
eagle-eyed.
So you, as you're looking to the left, Lyra, you see this sign because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this building. And Newson, off to the left, you see a gate and like a bunch of construction material around the gate. And the gate's open and you see a narrow bridge that it looks like they're making wider. It looks like that's why the construction material's there. Going to Ohan's, which doesn't have a gate or a wall because it never did.
Does it look familiar now?
It does.
Like,
It does. The city itself looks exactly as you remember it. And that is where we will wrap up our session before we approach the gates.
boo.
God, my throat's starting to hurt.
So, just so you know, I will assume you're doing that accent while you guys are cloaked. Because I also assume, for just the sake of it, that you sound different as well.
Yeah.
But
Hey, you gave me an opportunity to be a different person. I'm gonna be a different person.
Yeah.
POV me leaving elementary school and going to middle school.
Yeah. But thank you to everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight, watching some D&D. Thank you to our 2 raiders, Ethereal Amy and Flamtastic. And thank you to everybody who followed and participated in the hype train.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to our players. We have Elliot Burning Oak, played by...
It is I, Zick.
Zick, huh? That's what we're going with now.
Wow.
Isaac.
No, just
Yeah,
Zick now.
I mean, I get it. Yeah.
And what was your favorite part?
I'm Zick. Sorry. My favorite part is everyone else's paranoia just getting on Elliot's nerves, and so now he's paranoid.
That's fair.
Whoa.
And then we have Lyra Dream Shadow, played by...
Hello, I'm Rosie. When Rosie see us on the intranet. And my favorite part was I don't know, it was all great today. But my favorite part was I think making the stairs. That's so funny. I enjoyed that interaction.
All right. And then we have Karaka Reem, played by...
Hello, it's me, Terminian Link VT, and my favorite part was directly after that when the honestly bit of a kook called me a lawyer man, and I immediately was like, you know what, I am a lawyer, and I'll see you in court. That is defamation, dear sir.
And then we have News and World Walker, played by...
It's me, the Sky T. My favorite part was secrets and getting to share them. Secrets.
And last but not least, we have Lulin Boldspeaker, played by...
It was me, Rambo. Also Mr. Saturn383 on the Twitch. That's the website. My favorite part was Sassy Lyra. I say it all the damn time. I love Sassy Lyra.
All right.
Sassy Lyra, best Lyra.
All right. And as always, everybody, I'm PT, your disaster tour guide. Thank you for joining us on the disaster tour. I don't know that we're going to be live tomorrow because I'm pretty sure I have a lot of homework I have to do. But it's up in the air. But we will be back on Wednesday, both to show the episode of Heroes of Sanctum that we couldn't do last week because Discord was down. And also,
I remember that part.
The first
came to warn me.
And also the first reveal of the Deep Break character sheet.
Ooh, very
So
exciting.
that should be fun. I'm going to send everyone on over to Too Hard the Bard playing some Baldur's Gate, which I think is an appropriate way to wrap up
What a
D&D.
name.
Hell yeah.
What a fucking
Not
name.
only is that the name, you'll recognize the person. They're from TikTok, and I know we've all seen their content. But we're going to send everyone on over there. Until next time, everyone, don't do anything I wouldn't do. The bar is so low. Be kind. We'll see you then.